Shout away the Irish. Shout away the Irish. Shout. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. What are you doing? Don't do this to me, Harry! The Ohio State. It's Ohio State! What do you mean, the? It's a poison! I almost stroked out and died over it. I'm glad to be at the party. I'm mad we're this late. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship! That helps the defense without them even doing a damn thing! Doing a damn thing! The call-in line. 312-988-15. You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Irish. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Oh, Irish. Irish. Yeah, that's right. That is correct. Welcome in, welcome back to the latest edition of the Always Irish radio show. I need a minute on this one. I'm just, there's a lot going on in John's brain. It is unbelievable. It's Bush Push Part 2. It's Bush Push Part 2. It's just unbelievable. It's literally Bush Push Part 2. I can't get it out of my brain. I can't. It's all that's in my brain. It's Bush Push Part 2. I got a full bank of calls. I'm going to let you guys talk. You know what? These Ohio State people can screw off. All week, they ran their mouths that they're going to blow us out. It's going to be 80-0. Don't even show up. All of that. So tone it down. You ended up winning the game, but don't act like you're tough guys and you bullied Notre Dame all day. You won, but don't be acting like you hammered us and that, you know, it was a domination. Just save me that. Save me that, okay? Unbelievable. And you know what, Al Golden? Al, I just can't do it. It's too many big moments where you do the wrong thing, bro. I just can't. This is going to be a rough one. Thanks for the $100 holler, Donnie. I need it. Appreciate that. $10 holler game day, FOIO. Yep. All right, let's go to the phone lines. I don't know what to say. It's Bush Push all over again, you guys. I feel physically ill. I am sick. My head's spinning. I feel sick to my stomach. It's Bush Push. It's the same thing. It's just the same thing. It's Bush Push all over. All right, let's go to the calls. I don't know what to say for once. 219, you're on the line.
Hey, John. What's up, brother?
How are you doing?
So yesterday I got mauled by a dog. I have about a whole foot patch of bandage all up on my right side and on my wrist. And I thought that was bad. This feeling is way worse than that.
First off, that is horrific. And what a perfect first call for me to take, man. Adding insult to literal injury. JD, what do you make of this? It's so Bush Push. I'm having flashbacks and I'm having a hard time processing it. I'm really trying to keep it together.
As soon as that play happened, I go, we've already been here and we've already seen this. And also everyone's going crazy on Twitter. There was 10 defensive players on the last play and our right DN wasn't in.
No,
and that's the side they went on.
Don't tell me that. Are you kidding me? I must have been setting up my stuff. I must have been setting up the stream. Don't tell me that or I'm going to come on, man. Are you serious?
Yep. So that's what I was seeing, but I got on the phone and called you, so I wasn't for sure. But it looked like they were counting. They only said there was 10, and the right DN was the one not in, and that's exactly the side they went on. That's why there was nobody over there to make the tackle.
Al Golden, you're fired. I don't know what to say, bro.
Yeah.
The 3rd and 19, and then I can't handle it. It's too much, man. I can't do it. This is just rough. It's push all over again, JD. It's just, and you know what makes me mad, JD? How are you going to let that young kid over there at Ohio State do this on the last drive when it mattered the most and all that? How are you going to let that guy go down the field with the minute left at your place? Like, I just can't handle it, man.
Yeah. And I mean, I've been coaching, sports for the last, 14 years I've been coaching. And I've always told my team, never let a game come down to the end, because something bad's going to end up probably happening. And that can happen during any kind of game. So during the game, you don't make the mistakes that cause you to get to that point. And now when you look at the game, yeah, there should have been times that we should have made this, or made this catch, or terrible play call here. And that's what cost us the game. Did that last play do it? Yeah. I mean, if we make the stop, we win the game. But we put ourselves in that situation to be there, to only be there for the last play.
Yeah.
If we would have made a couple, things, that's where it's like, I always try to teach my team, don't get yourself there. Don't let a game ever come down to the last second throw and all that, because yeah, you're going to win some, but then you're going to lose some. And that's the problem with that game. And it's like, we've been here before, and our luck with this is never good. We're not the team that makes it, just like the Clemson game. Oh, hey, all we have to do is score to win. What happened in the Hurricane? We get tackled 2 yards and all that. We're not really a team that always gets that, throw to the touchdown. That, I mean, that happens sometimes, but majority of the time it doesn't. And it just hurts always in the biggest game and at home. I mean, am I still going to love this team? You betcha. Am I still going to support this team? Absolutely. They played their hearts out. But there's just a lot of stuff that we got to clean up, and we got to get better. I mean, look at Duke. Already game day's already been announced there.
Hey,
that's
don't even
be a huge game.
JD, I need a day to process this one before I get into next week's narrative, which is you better watch your ass, or you're about to turn one loss into 2.
Yep.
Because that's coming next. It's coming next. And you know what comes after that? You see Louisville scores a boatload of points too. So Notre Dame's got it. Now this all gets screwed up, because now it's, how do you not let one loss turn into 2, and everybody's dragging ass into Coach K land. This is just, it's Notre Dame-y, man. I don't know what else to say. It's so Notre Dame-y. It's so Notre Dame-y that I if I wasn't so physically ill, I would laugh. Like JD, I love you, man. I love you. And
love you too. Yep.
You just try and have a good night with your family, man. And then we'll worry about next week. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. And you know what else, man? Could have used that field goal. Yeah. Oh, JD, our lives. I aged 28 years in this game. Anything else, JD? I got a whole bank of miserable people that want to talk.
I know. If they get everybody else, I said, still going to be Irish. It's like your show, always Irish. We're always going to be always Irish. This happens. We're kind of used to it, but we just got to get over this one, and let's get ready for next week and get back on the winning track. So we can do.
JD, take care of yourself, man. Have a good night, okay, buddy?
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, you too. Thanks. Bye.
See ya. We're just going to breeze through the calls. Welcome to all the Ohio State fans. There's a bunch of them here, and they're never here any other day. Welcome in, you guys. You won the game. I don't know what you want me to say. You won the game. But I am, what is it, 18 years since Bush put whatever it is. This is becoming a trend in John's life now. This is becoming a trend in John's life. And everything today was perfect. Just everything was perfect. The momentum, everything. It was all right there. It was all right there for you. All right, let's bang through more calls. 562. Where do you want to do?
Dude. I told Pat multiple times in the chat that Spencer Schrader was going to have a pivotal role in this game. And he was like, yeah, well, I mean, if he didn't kick over 50 yards every time, what the freak was that, dude? Was it like 30, 40 yards, dude? Was it like an easy kick? Like, we could, I mean, if you would have made that, like the rest of the world does, then maybe we would have had a shot here, right? And Al Golden, I've been saying it for a long time, dude. He has to go. We can do much better than that.
I just can't. The problem is when the mistakes are made on this defense, it is at the most catastrophic time of all time. And when this defense makes a mistake, it's just the one it can't be at the time it can't be. Every freaking time.
Johnny, look. We can have a much better kicker at the University of Notre Dame. Okay? We can have a much better kicker than that. And for that matter, we can definitely have a much better DC than that. Am I right?
We had so many chances.
What we have right now is trash.
But even with that, that Notre Dame had like 7 different chances to end this game, and they didn't do any of them. They literally, I mean, you had dropped interceptions, a couple of them. Like, you could have played 3rd and 19. I can't. Yeah. I just can't.
But let's give OSU credit too. They had a lot of chances that they should have capitalized on too, right? The way that we both matched up from a physicality standpoint, it was essentially even. There was just a matter of you know, our prime time players, the big time players who should be making those big time kicks or big time plays. They didn't capitalize on it, and for us, the shortcoming was the field goal before the second half. I called it a long time ago, dude. I was like, why is anyone not mentioning Spencer Schrader? No, nobody wanted to freaking recognize what I was saying. I was like, hey, this guy's the problem.
Hey, last thing I said on the Blue and Gold show Wednesday night, we were getting done with the show. We went an hour, and I said, we're not getting out of here without me saying one more thing. And those guys were like, what? And I go, our big leg kicker is going to have something to do with this. And I don't know whether it's going to be good or bad, but that big leg kicker, he kicks it a mile. You just don't know which way it's going. It's like me on the golf course on the tee box. I can hit it real far, but who the hell knows what direction? You have one job. You have one job. You kick it between the posts.
Hey, Johnny, when I golf and I'm sober, I'm driving that ball pretty well. But when I'm drunk and I'm driving that ball, most of the time I'm shanking it.
Well, maybe this guy needs to drink some more then. Maybe he needs to drink more to relax. Hey, man.
That's all I have to say, man. I know you have a bank of callers, dude, but like at the end of the day, it comes down to Spencer Schrader. Hey, Pat. Hey, this one's for Pat. He might listen to this one. But hey, Pat, I hope you're sitting there on the 50-yard line, brother. And what I said earlier this week about Spencer Schrader, I hope you sit there and you reflect about what I said, because you were making me sound like I was stupid, but I'm not. Spencer Schrader did not make a big-time kick that at the end of the freaking day, we freaking needed, dude.
You're right. You missed it. All right, man. Thanks for the call. I want to keep it moving, give everybody a shot to shoot their misery. Thank you.
Keep it moving.
Have a good one, man.
Bye.
Oh, this is going to be a long night. Yo.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Unfortunately, yeah. What's the vibe? I've been asking all day, Pat. What's the vibe leaving the stadium? Electric? What? Give me something. I got 90 callers. Don't just walk. What do you think?
Okay. The most demoralizing experience I've ever had in my life. I now know what my girlfriend freshman year in college felt like. just let down. Just let down.
Who do you put it on, Pat?
I don't know who Numbnuts was on the last call blaming me about Spencer Schrader. It's a football team that doesn't know how to close. Like, if you got to say this is the kicker's fault, okay, how about the 2 tries for 4th down where he couldn't get a 1st down? You know, I mean, how about the dropped interception that would have ended the game? There's so many plays that
Pat,
you could blame this loss on.
How about the last one where Notre Dame only had 10 defenders and the right defensive end wasn't even on the field and they ran right there and won the game when we only had 10 guys? What about that one?
And coming out of a timeout, right? Coming out of a timeout, you have 10 guys on the field.
I never want you to go to a game again. You're never going to a game again. Every time you go to a big game, we lose. So stay at home from now on, Pat. It's not worth it.
Hey, John.
Stay home.
Hey, John, I just want you to know, anybody who goes to a big Notre Dame game, they lose.
Telling you, man, this is
everybody. It's the most demoralizing I've ever felt. This is just the way it just
push all over again.
I wouldn't call it push. This is a football team that doesn't know how to close. They have not been tested. They've never had to close. I think this is a really good football team. There were letdowns, because they don't know how to close.
Yeah,
they don't know how to do it. They just don't know how to do it. There were several ways they could have won that game. It's not just the kicker. That was in the first quarter. You're going to go back and say something that happened in the first half cost you to lose the game in the fourth quarter. The kicker was the kicker supposed to be the defensive end? Come on, stupid.
Yeah,
it's a stupid comment.
It's a lot of stuff, Pat. Anything else on your mind? I know your head's spinning like I am. I got a full bank of calls, but I wanted to let you on before you get on the road.
Oh, I'm gonna listen now. It's just so deflating. It just being there, John. I have never been in that stadium with it that loud, that intense. My watch went off, asking me if I was having a heart attack.
Well, you should have just went for it and went ahead and done it.
It was just woof, man. Oh man, so deflating. But again, this is a good football team. They held the great Marvin Harrison Jr., the supposed Ohio State offense. They played good against them. They held them to 17 points. You know, how many big goal line stops did they have? Just not when it mattered.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
It's brutal. It's brutal.
All
right.
It's brutal. It's just what we're
Why don't you walk and then hop in if you want?
All right. Well, I'm stuck.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Take calls. I'm listening.
All right. Oh boy, Donnie, you donated. You said what? 765? I don't see no 765. You donated the most. Oh, this is going to be a long night. 224, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Pat should shut up, dude. He's a fucking loser, just like fucking
tone down the F word.
Let me guess. This is
Gilmore.
Is this Gilmore?
Just tone it down. I know we're all in a bad mood, but I'm not trying to add that to it. What are your thoughts on this?
Right.
And I don't need everybody making it about Pat. Make it about this stupid game. Who cares what Pat says running his mouth? Yell about the game.
All right. Well, I'll just say that prevent defense. You got them 3rd and 19. Just give up hey, why not just give up a 20-yard pass? Like I mean, just terrible. I mean, like they played their hearts out. I'll give them that. But
Andrew, is it true that we really didn't have a full team of defense out there? I have not seen Twitter or anything. Is that really the people are saying it might have been the last 2 plays we only had 10 guys? That can't be real. Tell me that's not what happened. No. Tell me that's not true. Everybody's saying that.
No, that's a bunch of spin. It's a bunch of spin. Dude, I'm walking away from the game right now, and it's depressing. It's depressing because like they didn't know how to win. They did not know how to win. And in all honesty, we should have won that freaking game. We should have won that freaking game. They did not know how to win. And what's so depressing about that game is that, I mean, how do you play prevent defense? How do you play prevent defense at the end of the game like that? You just give up. You give it up. I mean, it's just shocking. It's really kind of a shocking way to lose. And then, like, actually, I really want to go back to when Notre Dame had the football. It's like Mitchell Evans just gets open every goddamn time they throw him the ball. And they say, hey, you know what? We're gonna have the ball, and then we're gonna just run some plays, and we're not gonna throw Mitchell Evans the ball. It's like does not know how to win. And I guess Freeman doesn't know how to win. Like, we lose the most drastic way you could possibly lose. But, like, I mean, I'm really asking you, John, you throw the ball to Mitchell Evans. Your best player on the fucking team is Sam Hartman. Throw the ball. We win one. We get one first down. The game is all over. And, like, they just say, hey, you know what? We're not going to throw the ball to Mitchell Evans, who's been wide open the entire game. We're not going to do that. We're going to just punt the ball. We're going to punt it, put our defense in a really tough spot, and then we're going to just play prevent defense. Good job. You know? It's just amateur hour. It was very amateur hour. I don't know what to say. I mean, am I wrong on that? It's just amateur hour.
I mean, the thing is, you just can't. This can't be the year where you're like, at least we didn't get blown out. Like, we need to be so far past that. Like, that's not good enough anymore. It's not good enough. And you bring Hartman in here to win these kind of games. And it's just, you can't have 0 points and a half. You can't have 0 points and a half, bro. Come on, man. Zero.
They set Hartman off on the sidelines. They're just like, you know what? Who cares about Hartman? We're gonna, I guess, punt it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you not try to? Do you agree with me, John, that every time they threw the ball to Mitchell Evans, it was a first down?
Yeah, it was his day.
How do you not have a play?
It was his day, and he was
how do you not have a play for him?
He was catching everything.
All we had to do is get one more first down. No, we're gonna play a screen pass and then stop the clock, and then we're gonna.
Andrew, everybody's confirming we had 10. Yeah. Everybody's confirming on the internet with the play frozen. They had 10 guys out there after a timeout, lost the game on it. I can't handle it, Andrew. They had 10 guys out there playing defense.
I'm just saying, you dog. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about Kelly, but I'll just say, like, that's a loser move. Like, how do you have 10 guys out on the field? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, how
makes it a lot harder to play defense.
How do you do it?
Yeah. Makes it a lot harder to play defense.
I mean, like,
yeah,
I got a question for you. Does Kelly only have 10 guys out on the field?
Oh, if it was Kelly, they would have been down by enough. It wouldn't have mattered. You wouldn't even have been in that position if it was
You
Kelly.
Really believe that? You really believe that?
Probably.
You really believe that?
Probably.
No? I really believe that.
Kelly's not good in big game moments, but I'm not making this about those. I'm not making tonight a comparison on those two. It's just I don't have any faith in that guy in a big game. Huh?
Why not, though? In all honesty, why not? Because this was not like Ohio State's best team that I've ever seen. They weren't even that great. Like, we fucking blew it. Yeah, I think we blew it.
Yeah, we kind of blew it. I mean, I'm not gonna say we didn't. Yeah, we had a lot of chances to win the game, and we didn't win the game, man. I'm mad about it. So I don't know what else to say. They're not ready yet, Andrew.
I'll just end off.
Maybe that's what you learned. They're not ready yet. They don't know how to win, and it's a process. And apparently it's going to be a longer one than I wanted it to be.
Definitely. I would say that. You play prevent defense on
Andrew,
3rd and 20.
And the other thing, Andrew, is, you know, the way I think, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and now you got a Duke problem coming your way real quick at game day there. And then you got a Louisville problem. So now the next problem, I care because I don't want one loss turned into 2. So I care. Come on. You'll be calling me next week if we lose to Duke, mad too. So you care too.
I think this is it. This is their chance to make a real impression on the like Ohio State was way down. They were way down, and then they blew it, dude. I'm walking away from the game. I have noise cancellation headphones in. I just want to fucking drive back to Chicago right now. It just sucks, dude.
Yeah.
They played at the end of the game. It's just I'm really actually very disappointed in Parker. I think that in my opinion, John, and I'll leave on this. They played scared at the end. And it's like Mitchell Evans is your safety net. How do you not have your best player on the team, Sam Hartman, hit Mitchell Evans or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, and then they're just gonna run the ball to the ground and then they punt. It's just crazy. And then you put your defense in a terrible position.
Yeah.
And then the play prevent. Yeah, it's just terrible.
A lot of
like
mistakes.
That whole succession of
a lot of mistakes.
It was the whole succession. Like we're not built to win championships out of that. You know what I mean? Like, geez.
Yeah,
Jesus. Come on.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Andrew, drive safe back to Illinois on the roads. Okay, man, make it safe.
All right.
Hey,
Have a good one.
Hey,
What?
I thought Parker was playing for the win. That screen was there. That defensive end just made a great play. I thought Notre Dame I didn't think they played scared. I thought they were going for the win. Defensively, there was no pass rush all day. No pass rush all day. Never got after the guy. Never put any pressure on him. Notre Dame made a first-year quarterback look like a hero. But I thought the corners played well. I thought Morrison and Hart played well. Harrison, we said he would get his touches. He did, but he didn't blow anybody out of the water. I just think it's a team that has to learn to close. That's the difference. Lou Holtz in 87, that team didn't know how to close. In 88, they did. I just think it's a team that needs to learn to close. That's all it is. There was a lot of disappointing things that happened. The missed field goal was disappointing. The missed fourth down tries was disappointing. Giving up that touchdown at the end of the game was unbelievably disappointing. Allowing that long conversion, disappointing. This football team, though, didn't give up. They kept fighting, and they were trying to win the game. They just need to learn to close.
Well, I'll send him a participation ribbon in the mail, and I'm sure I'll feel better about it. Like, I'm so over that, man. Like, all right, full bank of calls. We're going quicker. I got to go quicker. Give you guys your time. 574. Give me some more.
John, I can't take this crap anymore.
It's rough.
I seriously just cannot do it.
It's rough, man. It's Bush Push Part 2, baby.
This is worse than Bush Push. You had them. You're right there, and you can't close it out. Some of those play calls that they were calling are just so garbage.
So,
like how, when we're driving, Estime's going, we have two running backs in the backfield, hand the ball off, the running backs run into each other, and then we get sacked.
what do you put most of the blame on for this loss, man? Like, what do you think? There was a lot that happened.
Like, Love, that kid, he was the one that was getting it tonight. Estime dancing in the backfield all day? What is going on? Golden, over. And you know what pisses me off even worse, John? Yesterday I said Ohio State would have 17 points. And what happened? They had 17 and we lost by it.
Bro, is it wrong? Is it wrong to be like, if you bring Hartman in here, can't you like expect to score more points? Like, is that wrong of me to say that, like, if you bring Hartman in here, you're not playing the 85 Bears? Can't you score some more points? How you going to have zero rolling in? Weird game, kind of the way it all built. It was just a weird game the way it built. It's this is rough. This is rough.
Every first down they were selling out the run, just crashing, and you can't sit there on one first down. You can't just throw a slant. They're crashing the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like what? And this is our 1 year. Like this was our 1 year. Next year we're back to square one all over again. We don't have a quarterback.
I'm not ready for that yet. Can I worry about one thing at a time? That's already a behind the scenes issue in my mind. Like I'm already mad about it. And I'm already worried about next week. Like this can't snowball on us here. I don't know, man. This is brutal. This is a tough one. I imagine that place is silent. All the Notre Dame people leaving. I just can't even. It feels Bush pushy to me, and I'm still not over that one. And you can add this to it now. I don't know what else to say, man.
I got couches flipped down here.
Yeah, I like that.
Just can't even handle it.
Yeah, I like that. Hey,
I can't handle it.
Wait, I want you to break some stuff tonight. Can you do that for me? Can you break something? Not expensive, but just do it to make like a lot of noise. Can you break something, please, tonight? Just to make me feel better.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Just listen to this, John.
Yeah, break something. Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did. I don't know what that was, but it made me feel better. I hope you break all your furniture, buddy.
I'm about to, John. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's rough. Hey, man, have a stiff drink and call it a night, and we'll be back at it, man. Anything else on the way out? Thank you for the misery call.
No, I'm just glad I could bring a smile to your face just knowing that I'm probably a lot angrier than you are right now, and I just broke a bunch of chairs and shit down here.
Yep, that does make me feel better. Thank you for the call. I would like you to break more things around your house. 443, you're talking to me in misery. What's going on, 443?
What's going on, John? I quote tweeted you twice while you were on with those other callers, and I want to bring your attention to the ending sequence. And I can confirm that there were 10 players on the field for not just the final play, but for the play before the final play.
That can't happen. All year, I have been saying, I want to commend this staff on being fairly well put together, having a smooth running operation, looking like they're knowing what they're doing, and it's kind of a smooth operation in and out. Looks like Pat's getting arrested. You getting arrested already, Pat? I see the lights. It looks like Pat's getting pulled over. Add that to the day. Yeah, good luck. I've been saying this staff was fairly well put together all these weeks, and then now in the biggest moment of the year, you don't even give yourself a shot to play defense. That can't happen, bro. Like, that can't be real life.
And of course, yeah, it's ridiculous. And I don't know how you missed that they're going to be in goal line formation at the goal line. So I don't even put this on the coaching staff, more of the right defensive end that's supposed to be out there. I like how can you miss that goal line formation call when you're on the goal line? And of course, Marcus Freeman's press conference, I'm just going to bring this up. Freeman didn't want to rush. He said he noticed it the second time, but he didn't bring out an 11th player because he didn't want to get this, take the penalty and give Ohio State a shot.
Yeah.
They already had a shot.
Man,
that's inexcusable. That's fireable. I
can't.
I love Marcus Freeman.
I can't
love
have
Marcus
this.
Freeman to death.
I can't handle it. If you're telling me we didn't even have a full set of defense out there, that's beyond my worst dreams of all time. Like I just can't. I just can't. I can't handle it. This is it's rough. And so I don't know. This is rough, but you got to get over it real damn quick. That's the other problem. You got to get over it quick because you have a tough game next week. Any other thoughts? Thank you for making. Thank you for confirming that. What?
Who knows if Elko's going to be a Duke because Michigan State's looking at him to fill their head coach position. They might want him now.
Yeah, man. This is a rough one. Yeah, I don't, this is one of those times where it's rare on this channel. I don't have many words. Like my head is spinning. I feel sick to my stomach and I'm having real trouble processing all this. Thank you very much for the update on how many guys we had. Anything else on the way out? Any final thoughts for the night?
My final thought is that I am absolutely positively grateful that at least the day wasn't a total loss. The Orioles got a big win today against Cleveland.
Well, that doesn't do a damn thing for the people in this chat. I hate to tell you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, good for you. I'm glad you got that one. But that wasn't on my checkerboard tonight as far as what I was looking for. Oh, God. I know. But, hey, thank you for the call and letting me know that that was really what happened. You guys are saying, people are saying they're calling and they're not getting through. That means we have a full bank, literally a full bank of calls. So you're going to have to wait till somebody gets booted off. Then you can take their place. There's a lot of them. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I got to keep it moving to give everybody a shot. Dude,
Hey.
the Ohio State people are hilarious. Thanks, Lou Alt. You gave us the motivation to kill you, bro. If you needed a 90-year-old dude to motivate you to score when we had 10 guys out there, I mean, whatever, man. Just push him over on the way out of town. I don't know. Oh, my God. 717. I'm not going to heaven. What's going on?
That was tough, man. That was tough, bro.
It is really rough. Like, it is Notre Dame. Notre Dame just has a way to just absolutely rip your damn soul out. And it's unbelievable. It's the most amazing ways you could do it. The build up, undefeated, and the build up and game day and everything and all the vibes. And Freeman is awesome and Hartman's all of it. And then to be that close, to have multiple chances, you could have ended that game making one more play anywhere. Didn't even have to be at the end. You could have made one more play anywhere in that and won that game. And Notre Dame didn't do it. Didn't do it.
I just feel like there were so many times where Ohio State was almost given the game. That 3rd and 19 was bullshit.
It's inexcusable.
Unbelievable.
It's inexcusable. I'm telling you, the problem I have is the Al Golden defense tends to play solid a lot. But when there is a mistake, it is the biggest mistake of all time. Every time there's one little thing, it's the biggest moment and it's the hugest problem. The little mistakes can't be like that, dude.
Now, where people were saying that there were 10 people out there, I don't know if it's true because some people have been saying that there was only 10 people. Some people were saying there was 11. If there was 10 people out, that's unacceptable.
Well, wait a second.
That's ridiculous.
How hard is this to figure out? Everybody's trolling me on Twitter right now. There's got to be a picture of them lining up. How many green neon jerseys are there? Why is this a mystery? Is there not a Twitter picture of the play before it happened? Somebody count. Even I can count to 10, and I'm a dummy in my basement stroking out. Somebody count to 10 or 11 and tell me the numbers.
It's just, and you know what I was honestly kind of upset about?
No. Everything. Yes, everything. Your life, your existence, your fanhood, your loyalties, all of it.
They barely threw the ball at all. And it's like, you have Sam Hartman. I thought he was this big Heisman Trophy candidate, and we're not throwing the ball.
You know what? In the first half, I kind of thought there had to be a couple chances to stretch the field a little bit. They didn't even try once to kind of go downfield or show Ohio State you could do it. Maybe they thought they were moving the ball, but didn't have to try to do it. I just thought Notre Dame maybe would have needed to take a couple more chances somewhere, like smartly select your spots, maybe to be a little more aggressive. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're in position to win the game. So, and I know the refs are bad. They're bad every year. And we could be mad about that. And you know what else? Notre Dame left a lot of points out there. You had the couple fourth downs we got stuffed on. You missed the field goal. Notre Dame had 10 different chances to get ahead enough to make this So we didn't end up in that position. Notre Dame didn't do it. So what's the big takeaway? Notre Dame's just not ready. I've been hearing that for 30 years.
Yeah, it's like, and if there's anything to blame, it's not the refs, because Notre Dame had plenty of chances to win that game. The final drive when they had the ball, I mean, put that game away. They could have put the game away there.
Yep, we were right there, man.
But the running backs run into each other. I don't even know what happened there.
Was,
how does that even happen?
Telling you, what if literally one more play anywhere in any of this, Notre Dame, it goes Notre Dame's way, we win the game. You get one of those fourth downs, even if you don't score, you get the fourth downs, you have another drive. They don't have that time at the end of the game. Like, if any of these things go just a little bit different, or if you play real world defense when it matters most, Notre Dame wins. It's just rough. It's just rough.
They had so many interception chances to put the game.
That's the other thing.
Ohio State was
That's the other thing. I know that you're a defensive player. Some of these guys, you got to catch that damn ball. You got to catch that ball. That's the other thing. Notre Dame wasn't getting turnover. There were a dozen chances for Notre Dame to make one more play and win this game, and they didn't do it. It's the story of my life.
Ohio State didn't beat us. We lost. There's a difference.
Yeah, and that's going to be talked about all week. That's going to be the other interesting thing is how does everybody process this game? I want to see what those narratives are. I want to see I want to see what the beat writers say. I want to see this. Is this like a tough, hard-fought game and all that, or is it going to be Notre Dame messed up? I'm really interested to see what that is. Anything on the way out, my friend? Thank you for calling.
No, man. Yeah, I'm going to head off. I know you got a lot of calls. So,
well, drink a cold one. Get a good night's sleep, man. The sun will come up, maybe. Oh, boy. Burt Reynolds, what do you want? 346. Would you come back from the grave to yell at me about Notre Dame? There you go. 346. You're in the mix.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
John, is Burt Reynolds right here from Houston, Texas. Man, watching this game, I'm 34 years old. I've seen this time after time, man. Like, what's going on here? Our team can never win the big game. Is it the offense? Is it the defense? What's the problem here? Definitely we should never even got down to that point to come down in fourth quarter, right there on the goal line, give the touchdown. We should have stopped them 3-4 plays before then. Xavier watched that interception. We should never even got there. We should have had the first down beforehand. Should never got the third down. Who do we blame here? I want to, say Freeman, but, I'm on the Hyman, the Freeman, train. But at the same time, watching this game, sorry to sidetrack, but the defensive line, we have no pressure at all the whole game. No sacks. How can you win a game with no sacks?
Yeah,
we already lost out. We already lost out on Justin Scott. We lost out on the defensive end last year at Alabama. I mean,
yeah, and the thing is,
the
thing is, when you play a team with as much talent and recruits as well as Ohio State, that's where, if you do have some roster deficiencies, that's where they get exposed. And that's why we were looking at this game as a measuring stick in that way. And I think you saw Notre Dame doesn't have those dudes getting around the edge that are true game wreckers. And then even McCord, who doesn't have a lot of experience with those guys on the back end, if you're going to give him 5, 6, 7 seconds to be back, that he's going to find somebody because those guys are so fast and good, they're going to get open. So, you get exposed. If you have weaknesses, that's where they get exposed, is playing a team like Ohio State. And we don't have dudes coming off the edge that were getting it at him enough. Still, that all being said, I don't care how many 500 Ohio State people are in the chat giving me a hard time. That's not like your top of the line Ohio State team. Like, they may get there, but they're not there yet. And that's obvious. This was your chance to do it. Everything was in your favor going in the game and you didn't do it. And now you got a problem next week because you know what? After you did this, I'm in no mood for any bullshit against Duke. This ain't Coach K shooting hoops in the gym. I'm not in the mood for that game already. And if they bring game day there, I'm definitely not in the mood for that either.
I'm with you, John.
God.
I hope next year we come out strong, but at the same time, we might as well start thinking about the future, So I'm down with benching Hartman and let's go to the future because Hartman's only here for this season.
Oh man, that's so
wait for
depressing. You're going with as soon as we lose one game, it's the youth movement. Are we tanking? Are we gonna bottom it out and tank and get the top draft pick recruit? Is that how it works?
No conference championship. It's over.
Holy shit.
I wish we were better than that, but I'm sorry, John.
Oh, that
I love
hurts.
you, John. You're the best.
You hurt me, man. You hurt me. This hurts.
I'm sorry.
Oh God, that's rough, dude.
You have a good night, though, man.
Have a good one. Hey, thank you for calling me, Bert. And also, at least your screen name makes me laugh. Thanks for that. Oh my God. Somebody said 219 and they donated 219. What? I got a bunch of 219 callers. Give me the next numbers, please. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the media responds to this. Whether they take the narrative of like Notre Dame fought tough and whatever, and they should be applauded for that, or if it's Notre Dame should have won this game and had 10 different chances to make one other play anywhere. It's do it, and they just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think media response is good from what?
You're cutting out.
Can you hear me?
No, you're cutting out. 219. Let's see. Got a bunch of 219s. All right, I'll go with the next one. People, if you're calling and you're not getting in, we have full call banks. Keep calling. When somebody drops off, you'll pop up. 219-241. What's going on?
John, how are you, man?
Oh, I'm doing just great. Yeah, best night of my life. I'm doing great. Dream come true. Trust me. Bush push all over again. Now I'm going to have two nightmares. Bush push on one day and the next day this one. And you know what else too, you guys? I'm just going to tell everybody this. I'm done with this green bullshit. Just wear your blue and come play football. I'm done with the gimmicks and all that bullshit. It's one more layer of something that bugs me is you did that for the extra juice and everything. Whatever, man. Just wear your home blues and win or lose. I'm not into the gimmicks. Didn't work. I'm over it. Okay. Next time, instead of giving everybody an LED bracelet on their hand, give the players a bracelet. It tells them how many there are on the field. And then maybe we could actually line up and play. I'm sorry I took your time. Go ahead.
No, this is worse than Bush push because we were the better team tonight. I mean, they played their butts off in October of 2005, but they clearly weren't the best team that year. But we were better than Ohio State. And I tell you what, it pays to have coordinators because, Jared Parker, like we said, 0 points in the first half, didn't open up the playbook. On that last strike, I can't blame Spencer Schrader. It was a 47-yarder. He probably should have made it. But, Ohio State's got timeouts, and on the last drive, you're running a gimmicky play. Hartman takes a 5-yard loss. Yeah. You run a screen pass. They don't burn a timeout, and then, he burns the timeout there, the 10-second runoff. Yeah. He's got 5 seconds on a 3rd and 19.
I'm telling you.
And even if they catch that ball.
It's one more play. Anywhere along the line, one more play, either for the time or what Notre Dame does. It was literally one more play. Notre Dame refused to make it. They had literally a dozen different moments where if you did one more thing right for Notre Dame, this ends differently. And it really, really hurts. Everybody felt like this was the moment, man. You just felt like this was the moment. But
you got the gimmick, the gimmicky Irish wear green. It's one thing if you come out in a surprise, but you announce it in the summer, you get no extra juice out of it.
Yeah. Well, I've always said that.
4th and inches.
With the green, I've always said that if you're doing the green, the only way that works is it's got to be a surprise. When you tell everybody you're doing the green, then there is no surprise. So there's really no point. Whatever, man.
Yeah, you got a 4th and inches. You run a QB sneak with Hartman. You got a 230-pound back, and Jeremiah Love ran like a man tonight. Estime was dancing most of the night, and I think that's why he didn't see the field on the touchdown drive.
Yeah,
but coordinators matter. I don't know how Al Golden survives it. Quite frankly, as the defensive coordinator, the last 2 plays, I mean, hopefully that's the narrative. In competence, I don't know that makes it any better, but Notre Dame was the better team tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that does
coach,
that make it better or worse. Like I could see that both
Oh,
ways.
it's a gut punch, John.
It's
a total gut punch.
On the positive side, there are going to be Notre Dame fans that are going to go, "Oh, you could play with them. You could go toe to toe with them. Physicality wise, you're not getting bullied by them." Like there are going to be people that are going to point to that. But the problem is that was all the BS we were talking about last year when we lost to Ohio State. Oh, you hung in there. Good job. And we understand it's, a young quarterback and a new coach in their first game on the road.
You got a 6-year quarterback. You don't score any points in the first half.
Exactly, dude.
You're not going to beat. You're not going to beat USC putting up those kind of offensive numbers with no pass rush. And trying to win a defensive struggle. I mean, Freeman's got to do something, or the season's going to spiral. And Durham, and then you've got USC. Louisville. Louisville can put up points. You got back-to-back road games.
Notre Dame this week is going to be, I had 2 narratives prepared. When I get done with this, I'm going to write my articles and it's going to be a late night. And I had 2 different narratives to kind of work off of. And now the narrative is, how mentally tough is the Notre Dame program? Because they're walking into a nightmare next week. If they allow it, they're walking into a nightmare because Duke is flying high and you are not. And this was the most painful way you could possibly lose a game. Like this is, it's a different kind of pain than if you get blown out. That's a different vibe. But this was
last year
excruciating way to
with Buckner, and you're on the road. They played it kind of close. That wasn't a near. We were downstairs in our basement. And I felt like my heart was going to explode. It was a total gut punch. I know we're the same age, but
I just can't believe that it is just like a movie made just to make our people miserable. Like every little thing about it was tailor-made to make my head pop off my body. Like it's just rough, man. Thank you for the call. Anything else in your mind on the way out?
No, it's tough, John. This is one of the worst losses I can recall. I know we're the same age, both 38, but this is a tough one because it makes it worse because they were the better team. I think truly they are. I don't think Ohio State's much to be made of. I think Michigan's, there's a lot of season left, injuries, and teams, can evolve. But I think Michigan will line up and just go toe to toe with them. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, this was a rough one, man. But try and have a relaxing rest of the night. And I don't know. I don't have anything nice to say. I'm sorry, man. But thank you for calling.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
See you, man.
See you. You know what, though? I'm glad people still want to talk. If this was me, I'd just be all miserable. At least people want to talk. 937, you donated. Here's a 937. Is it you? What's going on?
Hey, John, it's your favorite Buckeye fan, hopefully still.
Yeah, you better make it quick. Hey, nobody around here's in the mood. I'm just telling you, it's going to get ugly. You better make your point. Yeah.
I have to say, I think my grandfather might have had a heart attack. He's 83 and a Notre Dame fan, and all of us Ohio State fans at our party tonight were throwing in the towel. So, we everybody thought Ohio State and that Ryan Day was done after that 4th and 1 call to do a jet sweep to the short side of the field. We thought, oh my gosh, that guy is out. He's never going to coach another game. At least that's meaningful in his life. And for him to come back is kind of, I don't know. He's lucky as hell. He is lucky as hell. I would say that I wouldn't say Notre Dame was by far the better team. Damn, they scored 14 points. If you would have told me that Notre Dame only scored 14 points, I would have been rejoicing. So, I don't understand. I think last year, the biggest thing that ended up with this game was the fact that you guys didn't get that Utah offensive coordinator. I think if you had him, you guys would have won the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, rough night for us, man. But you guys, you won the game, so enjoy it.
I will say, please don't crap the bed next week. We need you guys to keep winning, and I would not be surprised if you can keep winning, and I think you will because I think you guys got a good team. But I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see you again in the next 12 or 13 weeks, whenever that happens. So playoff. I think you guys are still in it. I really do. I thought you guys played valiantly, but I was very surprised that Sam Hartman didn't do more. And really, I was surprised that the receiver. I think the biggest difference in the game was the receivers really didn't get involved. He threw a lot of balls to the tight end, but the receivers just. I think that's the difference between the two teams, really.
Yeah,
so
that's a big difference.
I'll let you get to other callers. Hey, buddy, thank you so much. You're a great entertainer, and I really enjoy your show. And I'll keep listening throughout the season. I'll call in, not as much, but I'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks to see where you guys are at. So
have a good
one.
Yeah,
John.
Take it easy, buddy. Oh my God, this is.
So hey,
yeah,
hey. People need to settle down a little bit. There's a lot of raw emotion in the chat. That was a hell of a football game. It was a hell of a football game. I know they didn't win. I am just as disappointed as everyone else. But the bench Freeman, our bench Hartman, get rid of Parker. Everyone's got to settle down. Notre Dame played just one of the best football games everyone has seen in 10 years.
So what?
Everyone needs to settle down.
Who gives a shit? So what?
But I'm saying,
did you win it? Did your team win it?
My point is, John.
Push was a great game too. Did we win it?
No, but I wasn't. I'm not.
So what am I supposed to just be happy it was exciting and the other side's happy and I'm miserable or what?
Huh? No, it's be miserable. There's nothing wrong with being miserable. But this team played their balls off. They hung in there. They were down 10 points.
That's what I expect. You don't get a trophy for doing what I expect. They played hard in the biggest game of the year. What? Duh. I would hope so.
They're just a football team that doesn't know how to close. That's all it is. The parts are there. The pieces are there. They just don't know.
Let me ask you
how
this,
to close.
Pat, if you don't know how to close and you got a 6-year quarterback, when the hell are you going to know how to close? Because isn't that supposed to be the ultimate closer?
I tell you what, it's going to start being taught now. If it wasn't being taught before, it's going to be taught now. That's something he's got to really focus on with them.
Yeah.
Making that play. There were so many plays in those last two drives, the offensive drive and the defensive drive, where Notre Dame could have won that football game.
Yep.
And they didn't do it. And it's because they just don't know how.
Yep. It's kind of a problem. 619 with the donation. Let's find you. Here's a 619. 619, you're on the line. I do not feel fine.
John, all I got to say is DJ Brown. If DJ Brown would have had that pick, we would have had the game. We could have just ran out the clock.
Yep.
There was just so many things.
One more play, man. There was like 10 plays where if Notre Dame makes one of them, this whole thing could be different. Like literally that many. We didn't make them. We didn't make any of them. I am at a loss for words, and that has never happened in the history of this show in my basement.
It just sucks because all we needed to do was get that running game going, and we got it way too late. And then for some reason we decided to run it on 3rd and 19. I don't know why. We should have just passed the 10. They would have gotten, another 10 seconds, but still, there's still a chance. So, it's just so frustrating.
Yeah, it's
so frustrating, John.
It's just very painful, man. It's just Notre Dame does nothing normal. The way we operate is not normal. When things are good, it has a different feel, and it's not normal. And when things are bad or something bad happens, it's not normal either. Now my question is, how does Notre Dame pull this all together to get ready to go to Duke and do all that? They're flying high, and now they want a piece, and you're limping in there. That's going to be the next problem. I am not looking forward to this week. It is going to be a hellish week for me on these shows and trying to figure this all out.
It's going to be a sucky week. I'm not going to lie. But
yeah.
I think we just need to take this loss, and we need to, bring our aggressiveness to next game, because that's really the only thing we have at this point. I mean, we lost in a bad way. I feel like,
Marcus Freeman and our defensive coordinators can, get it right. And I actually need to practice on tackling because I don't know how we can't make a single tackle. Like that just blows my mind. So many missed tackles that game.
Yeah, there were some. I thought it got better later, but there were some missed tackles early that ended up burning Notre Dame as well. I just can't. If that 10 defenders thing is really a nightmare.
Oh,
that is a nightmare.
It pains me, John.
In that moment, I mean, Andrew Gilmore's right about that. That is amateur hour. He was saying amateur hour. If you only got 10 guys out there and you lose the ball, or lose the game, I can't handle that. I mean, that's too much. This is so, it's so Notre Dame. It's so Notre Dame that it's blowing my mind. Anything else, my friend? What else has you mad?
I just want to say, if that defensive end was out there, I think we could have gotten the stop. We were that close with 10. If we had 11, easily could have stopped that. I don't know what they were thinking.
It is unbelievable. I'm going to be having nightmares of a one defensive end ghost that's just not in the right spot.
I get it.
It's inconceivable to me that was the reality on the final play that cost us this game. You didn't even give yourself a chance. That is absolutely freaking outrageous. Thanks for the call, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Hey, you have a good one,
Yeah,
John.
you too. Man, he sounds like he's in a decent mood still. What the hell's wrong with that guy? I'm so miserable. This is just, I'm just so miserable.
It's so demoralizing. It's just so demoralizing to being in there thinking, oh my God, they're going to do this. And then just to have it end the way it did. Awful. Just so awful.
Here you go, Pat. Let's see what Adam thinks. 219, you're on the line. Hey, Adam, at least I saw you on TV. At least you were on TV, buddy.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you hear me? All right.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I'm driving back, my going through my truck is messed up, so I can't hear you a bit. It's how can something so bad happen twice and almost be the exact same way?
I know. And Adam, I don't know if you heard, have you been listening? Did you hear the 10 guys on defense stuff? Or did you miss that leaving the game?
That's not even acceptable.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it. And the fact that he made it in the end zone by 1 inch, it makes it even more disgusting.
Yeah, it was the 1 inch they needed, man. That was very, very close to him being down just short and all that. But he got in. He got just enough that he needed. It was, Adam, it feels like Bush push in the modern era, and I am emotionally devastated. Let's just be honest.
I'm so drained now.
I can hear it in your voice, man. I can just hear it. This is Notre Dame, man, and we have to fight our way out of it. And the only way out of it is to win one of these big games.
Terrible because we didn't even play good. I mean, we had 0 pass rush on this guy all night. 0.
Yep.
And we had the ball with 2 minutes left, and we ran down their throat. Got 2 first downs. The game was over. They were quitting. And then we ran this weird play which we ran a couple times in the game with Ford and Love and Hartman would fake one way and then hand it to the other guy. And I don't know if Hartman messed up or the back messed up, and it lost 4 yards. If we just run just normal power with Estime, the game is over, or they get the ball back with like 30 seconds. That's it. The game was over. We had it won.
Yep.
Because they had 1 timeout and the clock was going to run. They were going to get the ball with 30 seconds left. Unless,
2 minutes.
Yeah, it was over.
Yep. And Adam, if you think about it, I've been saying there's literally like 10 or 11 plays where if they go differently Notre Dame's way, we win. Like you could name a million of them. Like it's just like.
And on top of it, he threw a screen pass on the next play. So, I mean, Ohio's defense, they were done. They were giving up. We were getting 6 yards. We were gassing them. And then we stopped the clock on 2 plays in a row that lets them get the ball back with like 1:36 instead of 30 seconds. We lost the game. They did not win it.
Yep, it's a rough one, man. Oh, yeah, Kent, I'm going to be sure to bring you up. Psych. That ain't happening. I'm not listening to this shit tonight. That ain't happening. I ain't in the mood. Go call an Ohio State show, Kent.
And then
go call an Ohio State show, Kent. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not in the mood. Call an Ohio State show and tell them how happy you are. Not in the mood.
They got 5 stars stacked on 5 stars, and Michigan's made them their punk. Their rivals made them their punk for 2 years in a row, and all they're worried about is what all Ryan Day cares about is what Lou Holtz said. Come on, dude. Something that perfectly lines up with this fan base. It's a trap. I've been going to games for 30 years, John. 30 years. I've pretty much dealt with fan bases from all over the country. This is the trashiest fan base in the country, and it's not even close.
Even worse than Michigan?
Yeah, worse than Michigan.
Oh, man. Adam, this is rough, man. And now the other problem is you're going to have a Duke situation next week. So you better prepare for that because they are flying high, and you better be ready or you're going to catch back-to-back losses, and this spirals down the toilet real fast. So, that's the next thing.
We had that game won. It's just so sad because we had the game won.
Yeah.
We had it won. It was a few coaching decisions that lost the game.
Man,
and they won the game by 1 inch.
It's just rough, man. It's Adam, I'm struggling, man. My head is spinning and I am in a bad mood, and it's just the way it is, man. But you guys make it home safe.
How about the refs too?
Oh yeah, forget it.
How about them refs?
Forget it. Go ahead and just every week, just figure you're gonna have to overcome them too. It's just nothing's easy, man. But you guys have a good night. Make it home safe, okay?
Yep. All right, John.
All right.
We'll see you.
See you guys. Have a good night. Oh man, it's 818. What's going on, man? What's up? I'm afraid to want to know what happened to the 818. Jesus, who knows? Oh, this is going to be scary too. 859, you're on the line.
Oh, this is going to be scary too. 859, you're on the line.
Hello?
Oh, this is scary too.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, John, I'm not. Whoa.
What?
John, all right.
Yeah.
John, all right, John. I'm here, John.
Okay, what's up?
I'm here.
What's up?
Well, depression, but okay, let's just take a step back here, boys and girls. I said this in the beginning. Yes, I'm depressed beyond belief. My whole basement just left. But, dude, if we get horsey, and now we can't check the pit next week. We know that. However, if we get horsey and run the table, we're okay. We'll go 11-1 early. We can't lose to Clemson, but they look better than it. It's not done. I've cried. I wish God would call me home. I hate this world and a lot of different reasons. But look, we're not done. We're not fucking done.
You know what? You're the last guy. Yeah, I think you're the last guy that I expected to call in with that level of positivity. I genuinely do. I'm actually impressed, man. I'm actually impressed by that.
Positive, because I can't say that because I know what you went through. No! Hell, John, I'm an old guy. I have nothing left to accomplish. I've told my friends, one of my friends had cancer, and no. God, I wish God would take me home. I'm not suicidal, but no. I am so depressed you won't understand. I hate Ohio State with a passion. Not like Horsey. I live that. My class can't be the last thing. You know how much this hurts? We had to play in 81. God bless me. They knocked that play down, John. They knocked that I'm in tears, John. They knocked that fucking play down in 88. I'm not going to make this political. Notre Dame sold it so out, but we're not fucking done yet. If we lose to Duke, then it's done. But if this does matter, at least, I don't know, let's start there. What was the stadium breakdown?
I think it was 80-20, 80-20 probably. I don't think it was near what they were exaggerating.
We can call about them. I know. And you made a good fucking point. Notre Dame, fuck this. Notre Dame's, I only use one. I'm sorry, one. I won't use any more. They got to get with this ACC bullshit because these refs are screwing us every which way but Sunday. There were so many pass interference calls they didn't call. We got screwed on the officiating calls beyond belief.
Yeah, it was rough, man. There were just a lot of things there.
We're
and
not done.
There was just a
We're
lot
not
of
done
things
until
there.
we lost 2.
Yeah,
Think about it. If we can run the table, I told you this. Remember, and you know how much I did not want to lose a game ever. It's like a family member dying. Ask Ned Bolkar. Remember, if you look up, Ned Bolkar was a linebacker at Notre Dame, the Three Amigos, right? You've heard of him, right?
Yeah.
He was in my hanging out with. We were in summer school together because I was a student. By the way, I was the other time. I was a student manager, so I live and die that this program more than you ever freaking know. So no, people are gonna be worried about me. I'm not suicide because I believe in an afterlife. We're not done yet. Lost 2, then that kicks another year off. And here's the other thing I told you. Why I thought this year was special? Because it's only 2 wins to get the title. We ain't gonna be able to do 4. I don't think. That's the problem. And the man that collected $5 million sold our soul out for that shit. He did. He didn't care. He got it $5 million. Oh, fuck us. Sorry, that's 2. I told you I'd be bad.
It's Tim, take care of yourself, buddy. I want you to just take it easy tonight, man. Have a good one. Anything else?
You're not as depressed as I am? No,
I am.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I used the word. I apologize. I used 2 F's. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I apologize.
That's okay, man.
But John, you don't understand. I live 110 miles from that place. My dad hated that place. Outside of SC, that was number 2 because he worked at But I hope your show takes off. I really do. And let's just not chuck next week. Now, if we lose next week, cash it in.
Oh my God!
But don't get rid of Freeman because here's the other thing. Take it back to what Holtz went through. Do you realize how many games Holtz lost his first year? I understand that experience. Freeman's flipping the roster. We're almost there. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
We're not.
And
process.
That might be one of the big takeaways is Notre Dame's not there yet, and this was a tough evidence of that Notre Dame's not quite there yet. And they haven't earned it yet or learned how to get over the hump and earned to have these kind of wins. But
all right, in sports, in the old adage, now great, I don't like because it's 2 more. Let's say we had the same dynamics the next year. But you always have to lose to a team like the Bulls. I'm sure you were probably a Bulls fan. They had to keep losing. I think it was the Pistons. Keep losing. And then they went on the roll. It's not the same scenario, but you have to learn to lose, and then you overcome that.
Yeah.
We're not done yet.
Well,
Let's see how the year plays out. Now, next week scares the hell out of me.
I was hoping this would have been that moment and everything lined up for it. And we didn't get it. So we got to figure out how to go ahead.
Hey, I appreciate you taking my call. I sincerely apologize.
It's okay, man.
I didn't mean to do that. I apologize.
I know where you're coming from, man. And
you don't realize how depressed I am, John.
It's coming from a place of real pain, Tim. But take care of yourself tonight, man. Okay.
Take care, buddy.
All right, dude. You know what? I love everybody that's in here, and I like all the viewers and all the chatters and everything, but you guys are all experts at running radio. Tell you that for sure. All you guys have opinions. Who's going to seriously, give me a freaking break. I'm doing the best I can. Every 2 seconds, hang up on this guy. Give this guy longer. Why don't you let me run my own damn show for a night?
It's like I said, everyone needs to take a deep breath.
No, listen, Pat. You know how I want to be, Pat. Why don't you tell people how much I'm trying to tone it down tonight? You know damn well how I want to be. Tell everybody how good I'm doing it and keeping it together.
You are doing great. I want everyone to match you.
Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to even navigate all this bullshit tonight?
Johnny, trust me. I've gone round and round with you on this. I
haven't even had any beers all day, Pat. Just imagine if I was my old self. This show would be banned already.
I am really impressed with how under control you are.
Yeah, me too. I just pounded the desk and the camera fell off, and you're saying you're impressed at my self-control.
That was
holy shit.
John, old John would have thrown his laptop through a wall. So
818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818, 818,
Whoa.
Hello from the bottom of a swamp. What's going on?
I hate this night, John. I hate it.
It's a lot of pain. It's really bad. Like this was the most painful way to lose. I am beside myself.
Yeah. I hate this night. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like it, Sam. I am.
Yeah, rough night, man. Just brutal. Absolutely gut-wrenching in true Notre Dame fashion. In true Notre Dame fashion, it's just in every way the most brutal way it could possibly be. And there's just so many things that you just needed one different outcome on one play, and it would all been different. And we didn't do it, and that was it, man. I don't know what else to say.
I don't either. I don't know what else to say, and I'm telling you, man. All those I'm telling you, I'm blaming this on every Notre Dame fan that undermined this game.
By what? Selling the ticks or what?
For a year that this game meant so much, and all of those Notre Dame fans who said it didn't can kiss my butt.
I think you're having a rough night, buddy. I think you're having a rough night.
I'm having a rough night, John. I'm telling you right now, Pat, you're my enemy right now. Because you said this game doesn't mean shit, but USC did. Well, you better freaking hope that we waste USC in a few weeks, because if not, I'm blaming you for everything. Because we did not. I'm telling you, John, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yep.
I am so mad. I am so angry. And now you understand. Now you understand just how much this lack of caring about the Midwestern team that has ruled the world for the last 20 years. I wanted this game like no other. We lost again. And we should not have. We were the better team tonight.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter. We lost anyway. Because Notre Dame didn't care about this game. Well, do you care now, guys? Do you care now?
Rough night, man. Rough night. I get what you're saying, and it's just
Do you? Do you though? Because
what are you saying? Are you? Oh, wait a second. Are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me that? Are you going to tell me that I don't care? Or what? Like, is that where this is going? Are you gonna?
No, I think you did.
Just said, "Do you?" Like, is that where this is going? Where you're gonna question if I care enough about this game? Are we sure that's the path we're gonna go down? Come on.
I think you did. I'm gonna be fair about that.
So when you say Notre Dame didn't, do you mean Notre?
And Pat, I blame this game on you. And I hope you love it, man. Feel it. Embrace it. Because this was the game that I said we could not lose, and you didn't give a shit. And I will say that, and I will not put any more harshness to it. But you didn't care about this game nearly enough. And you know what? Dive into Notre Dame, and we lost. And I'm just saying, man, we were the better team tonight. And we lost. Sam Hartman, I'm so disappointed in you because you had the Heisman right there in front of you, and it disappeared tonight. You'll never get it. You won't be there. And I hate it, John. I hate it in so many ways. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm just being honest with you.
I appreciate
it. Is one of the worst losses we have had in This is worse than USC in 2005 because we had a better team tonight and we didn't put it together. And I'm telling you, I had a bad feeling when all the national media was all on our, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And it happened exactly how I thought it would. We have not beaten Ohio State since 1936, and we will continue to not be. How does that feel, Notre Dame fans? How does that feel? But yeah, all that matters is USC. Fair enough. And we better beat USC like we've never beaten USC before. Because if we don't, I am going to look back at this game as like, this is the game that Notre Dame fans realize that, John,
yeah,
I am so mad at Notre Dame Nation. Forget Ohio State. I am mad at Notre Dame Nation. They didn't care about this game nearly enough, and it showed. The tickets that were sold. I mean, I don't know what the stadium showed tonight. I don't know how many Ohio State fans were there, but it was definitely more than 20%, my friend.
Yeah, just a rough night, man.
I am livid.
Yeah,
I am livid, and I'm not going to get over this for a long time.
Yeah, it's just rough, man. But try and ease into the rest of your night, okay, man? Have a good one.
I know. And look, John, I hate it. Because we have a better quarterback, and we allow guys with 4 games into his tenure to beat us. Yeah. And I am shamed by that.
Yeah, it's.
I hope this motivates this team the rest of the way. I really do. I hope it does. But for all you Notre Dame fans that didn't care about this game, and I don't care what you want to say, you didn't care enough. And it showed, and you lost it for us tonight. And I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it so bad. Now you know why I cared so much about this game.
Yeah,
and I will never forgive myself. John, I hate it.
I understand that, man. Try and have a good night, though, okay? Don't let it ruin your life.
I know. Okay? And look, buddy. I love Notre Dame. I love what Marcus Freeman is trying to build. But I hate the Notre Dame fans who didn't put enough focus on this game. It showed tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it go. Okay? I'm going to let it go. But I hate it, John. I hate it.
I know. Call me back Monday, man. Okay? Talk about it.
You got it, buddy.
Think on it.
You got it.
Think on it. I got a question for the chat. Do you guys think he likes it, or do you think he hates it? Which I'm just asking. Do you guys think he liked the game, or do you don't think he liked it? I swear to God, Pat, I knew this was going to be rough. I told my parents. I said to my mom last night. I said, I am kind of terrified of what this call bank is going to be like.
I love it.
Holy shit! Pat, the best part is how everybody's blaming you for everything. I love it, you prick. It is your fault.
I cared so little about this game. I blew up my wife and kids' weekend so I could actually go to the game.
Yeah.
Because I cared so little about it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. This is a rough night, man. 6, 7, 8. Make it great. And I'm going to try and go through the calls quicker. I'm trying to move it along. Oh, God. What's going on?
Hey, John.
Hey, what's up?
Man, I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry. I took a shit at the final play. I was double fisting Pepto the entire time. We lost the game because of me. I missed the last play. We lost because of me.
Well, there we go. Then we don't have to blame Pat anymore. What do you make? what do you make of all of this in totality? Where do you put the blame? It's just there's so many things in the mix tonight. Like we just needed one more play. Is Notre Dame just not there yet? I mean, what are we doing?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, Sean. I was I was thinking about this. I got some bullet points in front of me that I was trying to figure out what in the world could we have done different? Because, yeah, you can blame coaching, you can blame all that. But honestly, I felt like we played a really good game. I mean, I was really happy with the guys.
But
yeah,
wait, man. Wait.
Wait.
I was going to say 0 points at half. You're not playing the 85 Bears, bro. I cannot accept 0 points at the half. Like we were mad last year when we were like, we can only score 10 at the half. How about you bring in a 6-year quarterback and put up a 0? Like that's the other part of this. We want to talk about the end of the game on defense and all that. I also want to kind of bring that up. Like we were mad that you only had 10 points at the half last year. You brought in a 6-year guy and put up a 0. Somebody's got to answer for that too. That cannot be in your biggest game of the year that you're planning for a 0. Like I got to be mad at that too.
I think I'm more mad at the 4th down calls. I mean, I get it. Marcus Freeman said before the game started that we were going to just pound the 4th downs. I mean, I get it. I kind of wish we would have kicked the ball off a couple times, but I don't know. I'm not a coach. I don't know X's and O's. I'm just looking at it after the game. But honestly, I mean, was this game too big for us? I don't know. I don't think so.
You know what?
I mean,
though? Listen,
I think it comes
Notre
down to
Dame,
talent, though.
if it was too big for us, you wouldn't have been in a position to maybe win it. You know what I mean? I
agree.
Like it's not like you didn't belong or you got blown off the field or you couldn't match their physicality. It didn't look like an Alabama Notre Dame matchup with Kelly. Like that was not the case. And some people, when the
our secondary was going stride for stride with all their star wide receivers. Our secondary was going stride for stride. Yes, I wish they picked it off. I mean, gosh, man, we would have won. But man, we were going stride for stride. I mean, honestly, we were better. We're learning, I guess.
Hey,
one of the things you said earlier.
Roger Dodger asked this question, and it's something I was wondering too. Go figure. The USC guy asked a question I like. Why not use Hartman for more play action deep shots? I kind of thought somewhere in the first half, you could have done that somewhere. I didn't think they got that aggressive. Like they said they were going to be, but I don't know. Dude, 0 points and a half when you have a 6-year quarterback, bro. I just can't handle that. That's an unacceptable result. It is.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, you said something earlier where, we're always like, oh, we're learning. We're getting better. Next time. Well, when we were saying that, we were with someone, he was all right. He was kind of good, Kelly. But we were only as good as our coach, and Kelly wasn't great. I do believe Freeman has the potential to be great. Play calling, I'm not too sure, but he's going to get us a really good recruiting class here soon, and we're going to start.
I know, but you know what, man? But
programs.
You know what, though, dude? I'm really getting sick of leaning on that. Every time Notre Dame fails in the biggest of moments or whatever, and whatever, then it's like, oh, but then we're going to get these recruits and it'll all be different down the road. The problem Notre Dame football has had for 30 years is kicking the can down the road of hope that never, ever comes. It's never in the moment. It's never in the moment. It's always next year's recruiting class. We'll get a quarterback that next year. It's always kicking the can down the road of hope. And what has happened in all that time is we've won nothing, and I have aged like shit. That is what happened. Since Bush,
I aged
kicking it down the road.
Myself too tonight.
You have no idea.
No.
I think it's just it's being a Notre Dame fan it's a rough life these days, man. It is not easy. This is it is brutal.
Hey, I got one last question before I go. I know you got callers and it's getting late, but what do you think of our O-line? Because I mean, yes, we didn't maybe get as much rushing yards, but I thought they held up pretty good. Gave Hartman a lot of time.
I think they held up. Like, I'm not going to say they're like one of the top reasons we had a problem. I think they held up actually pretty good overall. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't know, man. You had 10 different plays you could have done different things on. And if any one of them goes Notre Dame's way, then you're all set. And we just didn't do it. And I am just devastated. There's no way around. I'm absolutely devastated, out of my mind, miserable. No other way to put it. Hey,
all right, man.
thanks
Well,
for
I'm going to let you go.
Thank you for the call, man. Nice, calm, cool, and collected call by you. Thank you. I needed that. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Who is it? 937 donated. Let's find a 937. There we go. Anybody, if I missed your donation to get on the calls, put it down here again in the chat and remind me, and then I'll get you. I don't want to mess up with that. 937, what's going on?
Hey, John. I know everybody's a little down and depressed, but some of the chatters here and some of the early phone calls, I mean, we sound like a bunch of spoiled brats, sound like a bunch of estrogen-filled soy boys here complaining about, saying we need to fire Marcus Freeman because DJ Brown drops an interception.
Wait. Nobody that's called me has said to fire Marcus Freeman because somebody dropped an interception.
I'm reading
Is it in the
too.
chat? Okay. Because I would
Lots
not.
of people have said Gerard Parker needs fired. Lots of people have said, move on from Marcus Freeman. We finally get somewhere where we've all said we wanted to. You know how many times freshman names were called out there tonight? And now you just want to implode everything, act like the season's over. Season's not over yet. We can win we were the better team on that field tonight. Everybody with eyeballs that watched that knows we were the better team out there tonight, and we beat ourselves. That is so correctable. You can correct that. And if we keep focus and this team keeps playing, I'm telling you, we're going to be in the playoffs. But I hope the players don't act like the people in the chat, acting all depressed and acting like,
it's not an act.
Chalk it up.
It's not an act.
Chalk it up.
My depression's real. It is not an act. It is real.
No, I'm not saying it's an act, but I'm saying acting like, not be. Hey, we cannot have this team just all of a sudden go out there and just lose all the games, because then we're going to be set back 5 more years. Okay?
Yeah.
This team was the better team tonight. They can go out there. They can beat Duke. They can beat Louisville. And we can beat USC. That's the big one. And if we beat USC, we'll be fine. But also,
listen.
If DJ Brown catches the ball that goes through his hands and intercepts it, it's game over, and everybody is all hunky-dory and happy. You can't just be like so emotional and act like, well, if that one play went our way, then everything's great, and Marcus Freeman is going to be the next Lou to no, come on, let's live in reality.
Well, wait a second.
Don't win every single.
But you can't ignore the moment. You either win it or lose it, man. A lot of this is you know what I mean? You can't. I have trouble with that. This was that moment. Damn it! If you want it,
you can't go out there and. But you can't go out there and start to say oh, Marcus Freeman is horrible because we need to fire Al Golden. We need to fire Gerard Parker because one guy drops a pass. I mean, DJ Brown had it in both hands. If it sticks, we win the game, and everybody has a totally different attitude right now. I understand we lost, and that's why we're all pissed off. We're all upset. But you can't, you're never going to get anywhere as a fan base. You're never going to get anywhere as a program if you just say, well, we lost one game, better move on.
I think the problem is people are worried that if you're going to lose this one, the odds aren't good that you're going to beat USC. I think that is an issue, is that a lot of people have those connected, and they believe that if you can't beat this team, then what are you going to do against USC? So I think that's in people's minds. But I am nowhere. I'm not entertaining anybody or taking any calls of anybody who says fire Freeman because of what happened today. That's absurd. I'm not going there.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, our fans, are in the chat and they're saying stuff. And all I'm saying is that we can't have an attitude because Rico Flores, Jeremiah Love, wide receiver, Great House. Like we heard their names. We've been asking for that. Merriweather had a big catch. We've been asking for our young players, and like these are guys that are recruited by our coaching staff, and they were making big plays tonight. I understand we need a couple more big plays to make it really happen, but if you just want to move on, then you're not much of a fan. Like in my mind, you're not much of a fan if you're just ready to throw in the towel after one heartbreaking loss.
And you know what else,
one game
too?
where you were the better team.
Listen, I bet you a lot of these people don't mean that. They're just mad right now. And half of them drank 80 beers in the last 12 hours and everybody's lashing out. And I have a short fuse, even dead sober, and everybody's just upset. I don't think those people mean all that, but it's just rough, man. But yeah, listen, you are right though. You are right. Nobody here right now, including me, wants to go, oh, it's okay, though. You can win out and beat USC and still be in good position. Like, tonight ain't the night for me to have that perspective. It's too fresh of a wound. Maybe tomorrow when I chill out or something. But, like, right now, you got to understand, man. Like, people are just pissed off. They're hurt. And they're drunk.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm in Ohio. It sucks. I get it. But you also can't have a loser mentality,
Well,
so
yeah, it's just rough.
You gotta
man.
get back up. Hey, you gotta get back up. We got a big matchup next week.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's the next thing. That's the next thing, buddy. Is we're all gonna be
on your shoulder now.
Yeah, we're all gonna be dragging ass all week, and then if it bleeds right into Duke, we're gonna have a major problem then. Now, when we get later in the week, I'll be in a better mental mind place to like start looking into that. But this was a rough one. But hey, thank you for the donation and the call, man, and for the perspective. Have a good one. Oh, boy. All right, let me see what else I missed on the super chats. I feel bad if I missed any. Jose, what is your area code? You donated $10. Well, give me your area code unless it's on another one. 21 and there's a 219. All right, let me get these. 219-743. Let's see what we got. Where is it? I don't see that one. What else? Yeah, this is great radio. Me trying to look at this and figure it all out in the middle of all this. What a rough night. We'll go in the line then. Give me, Jose, give me your number. You'll be next. 419, what's up? Okay, 419, you're not up. 208, let's make the night great. Welcome.
Hey, is this John?
This is.
Hey, is this John?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this is Chuck. And
hey.
I got a few things to go through here.
All right, what do you got?
Number one, did you hear Ryan Day on the Notre Dame field saying, I wonder where Holtz is right now?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, he did say that. He went after a 100-year-old man that won a national championship, and he didn't. And this is another thing. I never understood you, or I love your show, or the fans that I know the long-standing history of Michigan, Notre Dame, that pull for Ohio State rather than Michigan in the game every year. Like Ohio State fan, I'm a SoCal fourth-generation native Ohio State fan. Ohio State is the Midwest USC. It is disgusting, absolutely disgusting. They are scumbags. And I think you got a taste of that on Goolsby He said he respected USC. All these teams he played, he respected USC. Didn't ever respect Ohio State, ever. And that egg guy,
Yeah.
the curb stomping guy,
Yeah.
he was wrong. He was dead wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong, but he got the
this
win.
week.
I thought of that too. He was wrong, but he got the win.
Well,
Yep.
it wasn't a curb. He was wrong. He didn't get a curb stomp, right?
Yep.
Hello?
Yep, I got you.
He didn't get a curb stomp, and you were always saying with these lower scores, draw me a map to 10 to 13 to 17. We got the map. If you take a look at last year's scores, I did this the other day, and you see how many 40-plus games that Pine got. I mean, we could have got 14 with Pine. I mean, I do not know how we ended up with 14 points with Sam Hartman tonight. It is beyond me. And yes, situational defense just sucked tonight, but overall defense, hey, if you're holding all the Lambos and Ferraris of Ohio State to 17, that's what the media called them all week, the Lambos, the Ferraris. I don't talk like that, but that's how the media talked about Hugo, about Marvin Harrison. Held them to 17. What you would have said if we held Ohio State
to 17, then I'm saying Notre Dame wins it by 10 or more. Then yeah, that would be like what I would think. If you told me going into this game they were going to have 17, I'd say Notre Dame's winning, and I'd put money down on it. It is unacceptable. I know they have a physical, like, good defense and a lot of athletes and a lot of good recruits playing, but you cannot be in the biggest game of the year at home and have 0 points at halftime. That is completely unacceptable unless you're playing the 85 Bears, and this team wasn't that. Notre Dame moved the ball a while. They just couldn't score.
Yes, and they were moving the ball, and they were controlling the clock, and they couldn't close to the points inside on their side of the field. And they could have closed the game, and they couldn't close their side of the field. And it's like, man, what you're doing is incredible. I don't think if it wasn't for your show, I'd be crawling out of my walk-in closet until Tuesday after calling in on Monday. Seriously.
Well, listen, man.
Thank
Listen.
you for all.
Hey, I appreciate that. And you know what, though? We're all in it together. And it can't just be that when we win and we're in a good mood that it's all fun. I have to do the other side of it and come on here miserable and come on here pissed off and let the Ohio State people troll me all night in my own freaking chat room.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of scumbags, and that's my opinion. That's Goldie's opinion, too, and he's comparing them to Lendell White spitting in his face in USC and has more respect for them. So that's got to say something. Hey, what you're doing is important work. Thanks so much. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thank you. I'm telling you, man, this is genuinely, this is the hardest show I've ever done in year 7 or 8 of doing this, 6 or 7. This is by far the hardest show I've ever done. I am completely out of my mind. I can't even think straight. I'm so mad.
You look good.
Huh?
You look all right, though. You look like you're holding it up.
Yeah, I'm sure I look great. 623. What's it gonna be?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hey, my Johnny, my buddy, and Pat, my St. Lawrence buddy.
What's up?
You guys had that show a couple weeks ago. What was the most important win they had this season? Ohio State or USC? Well, USC's coming up in 3 weeks. Okay? I'm happy with today's loss. I mean, we lost the game, but let's face it, guys. I thought it was going to be a 3-point loss anyway. We had a good game. We just came up short on that defensive line. That's simple.
Yeah. You're talking about USC. My issue now is
Yeah, you guys had to show a couple. You guys had to show a couple weeks ago. This is Eric from Goodyear, Arizona. And what was the most important win they had this year?
Yeah.
USC or Ohio State? Okay.
Yeah, but where I'm going with this is,
USC.
but where I'm going with this is now you have a problem with the games in between because this particular loss, doing it this way, was so soul crushing. I have real concerns about getting to USC. That's the problem I have. Just jumping to that one.
John, you're a diehard fan. Come on, man. You know how we work over here. This is a process. You even said it when they first hired Freeman. It's a process. You're on it. You're on board. You're still on board. Let's stay with the process.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Listen, I don't not believe
I mean,
in Freeman because of this result. Like, I don't not believe in Freeman because of this result. Like, that's not even in my mind. It's just I have complaints all over. But one of them isn't like Freeman's horrible. The program's trending up overall. The talent's getting better. The depth's getting better. They're starting to figure out the quarterback stuff. Overall, even despite this result, the program's trending up. But for now, I'm freaking pissed off and miserable.
Well, you know what? Just say this. I don't know. I'm 50 years old. I'm not asking your age, but you're probably a couple years behind me.
I'm happy for you because that means in your cognizant memory, you remember a time where Notre Dame was genuinely the best team in America, and you got to walk around and be proud of it. And I've spent my whole life wanting it.
But John, I remember Holt's second year over there in his first year. It wasn't too dang good. We had Faust's players over there. They didn't know how to win. Holtz gets hired. He taught him how to win. Come on, the guy's only had 2 years in there. Let's face it. The big game we have to worry about. Now, you're saying about Duke. Yes, I watched them today. Watched a little bit of Louisville. Okay, but today was the second game with Duke. I watched only once today with Louisville. Let's face it. They're good teams. But I'm telling you right now, mark it down. Put it in your book. We will not lose another game this stinking year.
Wow.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. You're in the playoff then, right? Aren't you in the playoff if you go 11-1 on this schedule?
This is my prediction. Okay. Georgia's going in. They have a crappy ass schedule. They're gonna go undefeated. Okay. Alabama's got one loss. LSU's got one loss. It's gonna come down in the SEC. There's gonna be two teams from the SEC. It's gonna be Georgia for one, either LSU or Alabama, okay? Or one of those teams might get kicked out, and it's going to be Michigan for sure because they're going to beat Ohio State. We're going to go undefeated the rest of the season. Then it might come down to us and Ohio State, and who gets the nod? It won't be us. It's going to be Ohio State, okay? We have not won a big bowl game in a long dang time. We got it last year. We need to do it another time this year. Do it 2 years in a row. We don't, we're a good team, okay? We have good defensive backs. Our defensive line stuck to the high heavens. We had no pressure tonight, okay? And, 10 guys at the end. I didn't even pick up on that. But then I send you a text, or not a text, but an email with a picture I got off the social media, and I'm telling you right now, that last play could have been really easily not a touchdown. But we ain't getting no calls, John. That's the way it's going to have to go, okay? But we have to take the bad along with the good. We are on the right track. We will not lose another game this year. I'm going to be in for that USC game. They better pull it off. But we will not lose another game this year. There is no way in God's green earth that Notre Dame is going to lose against USC this year. No way.
Wow.
We got our quarterback. Our defense is good enough. I'm watching an ASU game right now on TV over here in Phoenix, and I'm telling you right now, O'Pine might not look the best, but they might pull an upset over here. I don't want that because I want to pull a freaking wrench in USC season. That is the win we need.
Yeah.
Okay, we showed up tonight.
Yep. Nope.
We came up short.
Hey.
It sucked for Pat and the rest of them that were there. Okay, but I'm telling you, I just hope I don't get the same thing. But let's face it, that is the win we need. Okay, we bumped those guys off. We beat them off this year. We had no quarterback last year. None. Our defense is better. It can hold up to them this year. And they're one-man trick-or-treat stuff. Okay? We are going to pull the win this year. We will not lose another game. Clemson is not even close to what we are right now. It's over with. Duke and Louisville might be the last tough teams we have. Who's Pitt? Pitt ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, but I get it. I get it. You're a diehard. I'm a diehard. But this is a process. Freeman is doing the right thing. We don't have enough firepower on the defensive line. I wasn't even satisfied with their inside blocking on the offensive line. It seemed like they had to bounce it out the whole game because there was no, and then they had to put a couple times they put 3 backs back there, and I was like, hey, this is old school football. This, bring Lou Holtz on board again.
Yeah.
And I was fired up about
listen,
that.
Man, you're not wrong. Listen,
because they don't inside block it.
You're not wrong at all, though, about like what you're saying. And there is a path if Notre Dame could figure out the next 2 very difficult night road games. I'm imagining they're both going to be, and I've heard game day's definitely going to Duke. So that's going to be an environment. If Notre Dame could do that and then beat USC, then you're right. You can be on that track, and they will, and then they will be able to have like some positivity off the close nature of the loss to Ohio State. But I'm not there yet, man. I need to grieve this a little bit. I do. I'm hurting, and I need to grieve this before I can do that.
Well, you're entitled to that, and we should be upset about this baloney stuff. But let's face it. Come on, Buster Brown. There's no way in God's green earth that we would have even came this close against Ohio State tonight if we had the clown from LSU over there. There's no way.
Well, yeah.
No way, Brother Brown.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I mean, but I don't want to make it about.
I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way we played. It stunk. My brother called it in the fourth quarter, 14-10. And I was starting to drink that Kool-Aid because I was like, man, if we pulled off tonight, man, and we pull off those next 2 wins, oh my gosh, brother, it's gonna be bigger than tonight against USC. And I'm gonna be over in that stadium with my boy and my brother and my other brother, my 2 brothers. It's gonna be awesome, Brother Brown. And I drank that Kool-Aid for a couple of seconds, and then because he was getting it streamed, and then I said I can't listen anymore because he was headed on the play on me, and so I hung up the phone. Okay, and I got the bad news, but you know what? The bad news was bad news, but we didn't get crushed. I'm telling you. USC's going down in a big sticking way. Williams is going to be laying down in that grass all damn night. There's no way we're losing that game, man. I predict,
you're right.
After what happened tonight, I predict after tonight, Johnny, get ready, Buster Brown. It's going to be 14-21 point win on our end against USC. And you know what? They're going to be going back to LA in their suitcases in a loss, and they ain't going no playoff.
I hope
they ain't going no playoff because they're going to lose against Utah too.
I hope you're right, my friend. I hope you're right, and I like the positivity.
Okay, get the fire going, brother. Get the fire going. It's not all loss, man. It stinks. It's not all loss here. We will see Ohio State again. It's not this year at some point, but my ultimate thing is maybe we missed the playoff. I want Kelly in a playoff game. Because I'm telling you right now, we will rock them to tonight. There's no way we lose against LSU and Kelly. There's no way, and we will not lose against Lincoln. There's USC. Mark it down,
right.
man.
All
we
right.
will not lose another game this year.
I'm marking it, and I'm going to hold that to you. Thank you. I'll mark it.
Sleep good. Sleep well. Be well, brother. God's on our side, man. We're going to win the rest of the season.
If God was on our side, I wouldn't be this miserable right now. You know how many times I've had that discussion in my own brain? The whole place is built around honoring Jesus and God and everything. When do I get a prayer answered on a big game? We're all over the board. We're like, the season's over, and then other people have us making the playoffs. I'm telling you this, Cody, I've been down that road. The Lord's teaching you a lesson. Be patient. Be all that. I'm running out of decades. I'm running out of decades to have one of those moments, and this should have been one, and it wasn't. Should have been one, and it wasn't. 808. What's going on?
Hey, John. Hello. Jose here.
Oh, no. No. You're the one who traveled from Hawaii to go to this game, and now you caught that loss. Am I right? Is that you?
You're right.
Oh God, buddy.
Listen,
Hey, buddy. I'm sorry, man. That's a long way to travel for this result.
I know that. I mean, I went to the pregame mass and then with the players, and the priest said, "Life is not fair. Jesus tells you, life is not fair," and then he played out. When I saw the game, I was seeing echoes to 2012 when we beat Stanford. But instead of winning the goal line stand, we failed. Like, we had a college game day, we were struggling offensively, and then we came back, but then we couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
I think about the game after the fact, and everybody says one more play here, one more play there, defensively, offensively. But you know what? The easiest play to make was to pay Utah's bios clubs, the bio clubs for Andrew Ludwig. Like, I don't know what he would have done, but he would have scored more than 0 points in the first half.
Yeah.
And if you have scored one more point in the first half, you win.
Yeah, it's just just a devastating night, just a devastating way to lose with a lot of different things that went wrong. Man, I'm almost at a loss for words. But you know what, man? I really appreciate your dedication and your love to Notre Dame, and you're willing to travel all that far and do all that just to be a part of it. I mean, that's what this is all about. It never seems to go our way in the biggest moments. I don't know what else to say, man.
I mean, I saw progress, because when have you heard a game where the secondary keeps us alive? Because we were like on the ropes many times, and they like somehow avoided the touchdown.
Yeah, nope.
From Ohio State.
That secondary played tough most of the night. I don't think you could ask for them to do much more against that talent. It's just you needed one more play somewhere down the line, and we didn't get it. We just needed one more anywhere down the line, and we didn't get it. It's so excruciating, man. Hey, are you going to come back for any other games? You going to come back for USC, or is this your one for the year?
Oh, the ones of the year. I mean, it's like a lot of logistics to arrange travel and
yeah.
leave. I don't have that much that I can do. I mean, but I mean, if you analyze the game, like, we lost it because our pockets were always collapsing. Like, more often than not, you see like 3 seconds at most. But then Kyle McCord had like 4 or 5 seconds. Like, he had every read perfectly. And then Hartman, you see him like 1, 2, maybe that third one in some cases. So like, the game was lost in the pass rush. Ohio State pass rush was superior. The pocket was superior, and that's where the game won, honestly.
Yeah, just a rough night for all of us, man. Rough night for all of us. Just hang in there, man. You're a loyal Notre Dame guy, and I respect you for that and your dedication, man. I want you to make it safe back home, okay? And thank you for your service to our country.
Oh, thank you. And I mean, and the words of Uncle Lou, I know tomorrow we're in your season is over list, but the season is not over.
Yeah.
You can still win.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's
funny that you say that, because I do know that segment, and it wouldn't be appropriate to put Notre Dame on there right now. You're right about that. Good call, man.
But he's putting us there, but we're still not there, at least in our heart.
Yep. Hey, man, safe travels back to Hawaii, and I appreciate your dedication. Yep, take care, man. Oh, man, this is, I'm struggling tonight, you guys. This is a little rough. What happened to my call screen? Unreal. 214, what's going on tonight? Apparently nothing. 214 is not there. Oh, man. Who else do I have? Anybody else that I owe money to or that donated money that I haven't gotten on? Because I want to be nice about that. 914, what's going on? Hello.
Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, big. Always Irish show. I'm happy I'm on. I watch you Mondays. I watch you Wednesdays. I'm talking to you now. Big Notre Dame fan. Big Notre Dame fan.
Well, I appreciate you viewing the show often, and even when things aren't good. In fact, I could argue it might be more important for us all to commiserate when we're all miserable. It's easy when everybody's in a good mood. Maybe it's good for us to fight through the misery together. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I'm pretty upset.
Yeah, I mean, you're saving me a copay on a therapist here with this call. I'll only take 2-3 minutes of your time, but
yeah, but really, man, this is excruciating. Like when Notre Dame loses, it has to be in the most excruciating way possible. It's absolutely outrageous. It is absolutely outrageous.
And you know, the first half, I think it was the 4th and 1 in the first quarter. You know, you want to be aggressive, set the tone. I get that. That's fine. And just FYI, I played college football. My dad was a coach. My grandpa was a coach. My aunt, my cousin went to St. Mary's that's on Notre Dame campus. My uncle went to Notre Dame. So I've been indoctrinated since I was, you know, in the crib. But anyway, the 4th and 1 early, that's 3 points. Whatever. You want to be aggressive. The missed field goal, these kids are 19, 20. Going to have a mistake or two. Another 4th and 1, okay. But just to be honest, you know, the defense did their, 3 seconds left, 10 players on the field. I heard it was for 2 downs.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that too. How does that happen? How does it happen in that moment out of a timeout? What?
That's horrible. But as a person who played football since 5th grade to 22 years old, the game was won when they stopped them with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
First down, shotgun, misdirection, couldn't hand it off. Now it's 2nd and 15. And then they run a screen pass. If you don't catch a pass,
yep.
I'm not going to curse with your show. And
no, good job. Good
what
catch.
Happens to the clock?
Yep. Keeps on rolling. And you know
what happens to the clock?
He had room too. If he would, if Hartman would have lofted that one, over the top of that guy, he had room too. But that is risky in that moment because you're getting the clock running.
And short side of the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 2nd down, clock stops. Then on 3rd down, and this is what I want to get to, and then I'll let you get to your callers, let you get on your night. Either a player messes up or a coach messes up. Honestly, I'm not going to say it's on the coach. I like Marcus. I have a signed football from him. I'm with him. He's my same age. I'm with him. I hope he's there for 20 years. But I feel like they had the cheerleader on the bed and they went soft. 3rd down and 15, and you run a play where you don't expect to get the first down. You said, meaning the coaches, whether that's a Freeman call or the offensive coordinator call, you said, OSU, we're going to give you the ball back with 1:30 left and a timeout. It's up to you to beat us instead of Notre Dame saying, we're going to beat you. And then we saw what happened. The 3-man rush with 20, 30 seconds left, and he threw it right in that vision lane where there should have been a person rushing. So, you know, some mistakes on the players, some mistakes on the coaches, but the infrastructure from the coaching staff, it's just not there yet. And you said kick the can down the road. I hate when people do that in life, just in fucking in general.
Yeah.
If there's something to handle, we got to handle it. And we have Sam Hartman for how long? 4 more months?
Yep.
Who?
This is it.
This is it.
Yep.
This is it. First down, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. They messed up 3 play calls in a row.
Yeah.
That's not on the players. That's not on the 19, 20-year-olds. That's all I wanted to say is that we're not there. We don't have that, you know, I'm going to take your heart and crush it coaching staff. They might be too nice, might be too friendly. They make a bad play call once or twice and they say, let's get defensive. Sam Hartman's a grown man. If he can't take a 3 or 5 step drop back pass and sling it and you're afraid it's going to get picked off and you want to hand the game to OSU to win or lose,
then you don't deserve to win. That's my only point. They had the game. If they got that first down, it would have been over. But they run a shotgun run, a screen pass to the short side, and then it's 3rd and 15, and we're just gonna walk away from the fight. We're gonna, not close the deal on the big sale. We're just gonna, hey, OSU, you got a timeout, minute 30 left, and beat us. And they did. They did, because last thing, they beat us with how much left? 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
hey, man, I'm going to give it to you. One of the better callers of the night. Good job.
That was it. I'll be watching, and hopefully when I call in next time, it's a little bit more positive. But I'm just talking from, what was I? I'm just talking from 13, 14 years of football experience personally. Yeah. I just think that and Morrison had it. He saw the ref, no flag. The ref said, Notre Dame's ball going this way, pumped his fist right there at the end if you want to replay it. He knew it. We got this, and it was just kind of blew the load too early, I guess you could say, on the coaching staff. I'm not blaming them for the loss per se, but 1st and 10, and it ended up being 4th and 11.
Yeah.
What? Just go under set. Just kneel it 3 times.
Yep.
And punt.
Yep. It's rough. It's rough, man.
It would have been 47 seconds. It would have been 47 seconds left, 54 seconds left with no timeout. I mean, it gets into that. You have the experience of the QB and Sam Hartman. No interceptions, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's been a long night. I've had some drinks. No real big fumbles or anything. I'm not going to hold the 4th and 1s against the coaching staff. You want to be aggressive. I never hold one play against anyone, but that last offensive series were just, it reminds me of the Fiesta Bowl 2 years ago. It's just like things that shouldn't happen happened. The 10 players with 3 seconds left shouldn't have got there. That shouldn't come up on Twitter. You're going to see a lot of posts. You're going to see that. But you have to look at what got to that point. You got to it unfolded to that way 2 minutes beforehand.
Yep.
Nope, and
you're right. You're right.
And I'll get off in 30 seconds. My cousin went to the game. She has the pictures. I posted something on my social media, the signed Marcus Freeman ball, and I said, the Freeman era starts tonight, and I'm not there on the sideline, so I'm not going to pontificate if he made that last series call or the O-lineman or there was a combination or it came from the booth. I'm just happy we can't say it's Tommy Reese's fault because he's out of here. But anyway, I digress. Those 3 plays in a row, that's a choke. 1 play, okay. But 3 plays in a row, that's 10. That's what? You have 3, 4, 5 minutes to come up with 3 plays in a row. It's not like it's you have to get the player on the field with 3 seconds left. Someone doesn't know. They don't want to get a penalty. 12 men on the field. We forgot to talk to that guy. It's a this, that. We have 3 straight downs. They got every play wrong.
Yep.
Shotgun run.
Yeah, it's just
pass to the short side of the field. A run on 3rd and 15. Every play was wrong. That points to the infrastructure. Doesn't point to a 19-year-old missing a pick. I screamed in the bar and I go, pick it, when it went through his hands right there over the middle. But that's not the game. The game is when life is about having control and letting it slip through your fingers. And subconsciously, they did it to themselves. All of the 30-plus-year-old adults on the staff, in the booth, on the sidelines, did it to themselves. They're grown effing men. I think you could say effing. They're grown freaking men. And I have to put it on those adults there. If we were to point fingers, I'm not pointing fingers.
Yep.
I think that this is the best. I think this is the best team they've had since Brady Quinn, Samardzija, Fasano, That safety that was a Golden Glove boxer.
And we still and guess what? They didn't win the big games either, and I'm sick and freaking tired of it.
And they didn't. And they didn't. They didn't. I mean, that was, I believe that was Charlie Weiss errors. They didn't. It was a combination of the coaching and this and that. I mean, Reggie Bush, the best college football player since, I don't know. But that series right there on offense, and my dad's 70 years old, and he shouldn't have been up, but he was up at 10:40. We were texting back and forth. And, you know, he was a coach, high school championship coach, not college, but did well for himself. And I really just have to point to that. And it's really indicative of something a little bit higher. If we want to get a little spiritual here, talking about Notre Dame, there's something there subconsciously on the sidelines where it almost reminds me of the Pete Carroll not running it with an Estime style back in Marshawn Lynch and throwing it and getting picked off and losing. Run the ball with the 250-pound guy every time.
Yeah. Yep.
Up
It's
the middle.
It's rough.
Don't pitch it.
It's rough.
Don't pass it.
It's rough, man.
So
hey,
thank you for letting
Yeah.
me yell, and I'll talk to you in the future. Hopefully, better time.
Yeah, give me a call back, man. I am losing my patience. It is nobody's fault. I am just losing my patience. Like I'm just announcing that I'm losing my freaking patience. Mark with glasses. What is your Mark with glasses? What's your area code? Give it to me, man. Oh, let's see. Give it to me. 229. Go ahead. Make it quick. Not in the mood. Hello?
Yeah, Johnny, calm down, man.
I'm not in the fucking mood. Just tell me what you want to say. I'm not in the mood. I'm just telling you this ain't the night. So just tell me if you're going to give us shit or you're going to say good game, whatever it's going to be, just get to it. I'm not playing games. This ain't the night, bro. It's just not the night for that. I'm not in a good mood. I'm happy to speak with you, but I'm happy to speak with you.
Y'all
But
got it, bro. Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it, bro. Good night, bro. Y'all got it.
that works too. I don't care, dude. Go to an Ohio State show. I don't care. Go to an Ohio State show and be happy. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel bad about it. Go to your show and be happy and let me and my people be miserable. I'm not in the damn mood tonight, and I don't feel bad about it at all. What's the worst that happens? I lose my great friendship with Ken, who comes in here and trolls me every day? Yeah, I'm real upset. I'm freaking devastated. Call an Ohio State show. This ain't the night. $270. What's up? What in
Hello,
the heck?
John?
What is going on? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I on?
Yes.
Holy shit. Our coordinators failed our players tonight, John.
It was just rough. There were offensive problems. There were defensive problems.
I mean, hold on. Let me close you out. Oh, my gosh, John.
Yeah.
3rd and 19. 3rd and 19. We had linebackers on the field. Why don't we have extra defensive backs? We have Jaden Mickey, Clarence Lewis, Christian Gray. Why weren't they on the field on a 3rd and 19?
I don't know, man.
I can't figure it out.
I don't know. Yeah. And how do you not have as many guys as you're allowed to have at a play? I don't know.
Yeah, we had 10 guys on the field, and one of them is a freaking linebacker that just nudges the guy and doesn't do a damn thing.
I don't know. It's amazing. There were a lot of missteps. We needed one thing to go different. You just needed one thing to go different. One guy to make a play. I just can't.
Yeah.
I I don't know, man. It's just kind of rough. So I don't know. It's just a tough dynamic, and I'm just sick of maybe next time, maybe next time, maybe next time. I'm just sick of it.
Hey, there's still a lot of Kelly-ness on this team. I'd say probably half the roster is still Kelly players right now. Is that too much? I think once Freeman gets all his guys in there and he figures out his whole, I don't know if Parker's the guy going forward. That was pathetic. 14 points.
Yeah, it's just rough. It's rough.
The guy making his 50th start and he scored 14 points.
Yeah, that's a problem. These ain't the 85 Bears. I know they have a good physical defense. They're not the 85 Bears. It is a problem to me. You bring in a 6-year quarterback to win games like this, and you were at halftime with 0 points. That is a failure. That's an absolute failure. Let's start there.
Where was Tyree the whole night? Did he quit the team after he made that one play? Did he quit? Where was he? I was confused. I don't know where he was.
Dude,
the whole night.
Kent, I brought you up, Kent. I brought you up, but I'm not playing your game of you low keying and then you're going to troll me. I brought you up. You complained all night. I brought you up and I said, get to your point. And you wanted to slow walk it. And I'm not doing that shit tonight. End of the story. Get out of here and go to the Ohio State side and be happy. I gave you the shot and you wanted to slow play it and build up a troll, and I'm not playing it tonight. I gave you a chance to talk and you didn't want to do it. You wanted to slow play it. So go to an Ohio State stream and be happy and let me and my people be miserable. I don't care. How about we do that?
Yeah, Ohio State did not beat us tonight. Notre Dame beat Notre Dame tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
So I don't know, but now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble.
He's back in the building for most of the game.
Now you're in trouble because now you got a situation next week. So that's the next thing you got to worry about is where is everybody at with their mind going into that one. So you got an issue now, man. This is tough to recover from. And this is going to test Notre Dame's mental toughness if they bounce back and go to Duke and win this one. So I don't know.
They should be able to beat Duke. They have the talent. But I don't know. This is really my make or break game for Parker for me. I was like, it was decent the first 4 games, but this was the game I was really going to make my decision on Parker. And we needed Ludwig tonight. That's what it seemed like. We have statistically one of the best quarterbacks in college football history, and we couldn't score more than 14 points.
You couldn't score a point in the first half. You could not score 1 point in the first half. That is unacceptable. We were mad yelling last year about Buckner. Oh, he only got 10 points at halftime. That's not good enough. You had 0. So, 6-year quarterback, bring it in here and you get 0 points in half. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, and we've out-recruited Michigan 3 years in a row, going on 4 now. And we can't do even close to what Michigan has done to them. It's a coaching problem. It's not a player problem. It's the coaches, in my opinion. I wouldn't blame this on the players at all.
Well, yeah. Listen, I'm not saying they didn't play hard. It was just I'm not saying they didn't play hard, but the bar is not playing hard. The bar is winning the games you play. And the bigger the games, you need to win. I have this revolt. I'm repulsed by the concept of every time this happens. Oh, just wait till the next recruits come in. And then maybe in 2 years, we'll have a new quarterback that can do stuff. We're kicking the can down the road every year until I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be dead. Maybe next year we'll get these recruits. I'm going to be dead by the time this ever happens.
I was watching the whole night. I was like, 13. Thomas Harper, he's a hard player. He plays good. But, he was on an NFL receiver the whole night. and he kept on getting burned every single time. And we have Jaden Mickey, Clarence Lewis, Christian Gray. We have all these different quarterbacks that they could put in the game, but we insist on putting a safety on an NFL wide receiver. I couldn't understand it. He kept on getting burned every single play. It was mostly Harper.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Harper, but I mean, come on, we have all these different cornerbacks, and we insisted on putting a safety on an NFL guy that's going to be in the league next year. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, there's a lot I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand, man. It was just a rough dynamic. And this coaching staff, they got to look at a lot of things and accept some accountability because there were some mistakes made. Maybe you learned that Gerard Parker has a learning curve in some of these situations or something, like maybe that's a part of it. But it was just, if one little thing in any of these sequences we're talking about goes different, then we're set. And they couldn't make it happen. They couldn't make it happen. And it's just, this is the most painful way to end a game. It's so Notre Dame-y. It was the most Notre Dame-y thing of my life. Like, it is just perfect, man. I don't know. Anything else on your mind?
I was 3 years old whenever Bush Push happened. Obviously, I don't remember that, but now I feel the pain of that.
Yeah, I will never forget it. And this is that again. And I just started to kind of get on from that 18 years later, whatever it is. And then now it's all back, man. It's gut wrenching. But Notre Dame's got to learn how to win. Thank you for the call though. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yep. Game days at Duke next week.
Yep. You got another problem. You better be ready, baby. Oh, have a good one.
And I'm going to be.
Oh, he's going to be there. Sorry, I cut you off. I did not mean to. All right, let's try this again, and I'll try and be a little more patient. Go ahead, Kent.
Yeah.
Hello?
I don't chill, bro. Chill. I had to get my phone right. Good evening, y'all. Good evening, John. I know you're upset, bro.
I'm extremely upset. I am beyond upset.
I get it.
I am hurt.
Chill. Stop talking. Let me get to it. Because y'all already see y'all hot. Let me step out the door. Let me step outside. Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you just like this. You're supposed to win the game. The game was yours. You played a much better game, I feel like, on offense. You played a much better game, I feel like, in the trenches on defense. You held up on the outside better than I expected you to, other than letting Ibuka and Mecca go off a little bit in Stover, Kate Stover. We got a couple plays that with him that y'all shouldn't let go. But I'm gonna be honest though. I hear a lot of people in the chat. They upset, and they talking about fire Al Golden. Shit happens. I mean, what else you want the man to do when bullets flying like that?
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you don't.
All right, let me
right.
tell you this. You know what's funny about that, man? You know what's funny about that is, if you told us before the game how many points you guys ended up with for the that, we would have all taken it. It's just that now that we saw how it ended, we're not happy with it because how it looked. But if you gave me that, you know what I mean?
Well, let me get to it because I want to go because I see they upset the chat. But listen to me though. It was one thing that I wanted to get to that I seen a lot of people talking about. I can't remember because I'm not looking at it right now. But anyway, long story short, y'all, bro. I mean, you upset and I get it, but y'all season ain't over, bro. I mean, you went out, beat the number 5 team in the country, USC. You know what I'm saying? Do what y'all got to do and win. Like,
yeah,
y'all played a great game, bro. Wait, that's what it was. Hold on, that's what it was.
Yeah.
The pass rush. You guys did have a nice pass rush. It wasn't stacks, but you guys forget when Kyle McCord, the boy hit Kyle McCord's hand and it tipped up in my case over my tight end, ended up getting in the middle of the field. That was a pass rush.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
hit the man arm.
Yeah, dude, I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about that bad luck. That's badass luck, man.
Here and there.
Yeah, you got plays here and there, but it didn't go like us. Hell, like I said yesterday, we wouldn't go get no pressure back there, and we really didn't.
Yeah.
The last drive, that's what it was I want to get to. Y'all played a solid, great game. The only thing that that I feel like y'all should complain about is the last drive. I don't know what the hell Parker was doing, running a screenplay with 2 timeouts left, running the ball, kill the clock, kill their timeouts. If you kill their timeouts, that's what I thought about. If you kill our timeouts, if we do get the ball back and we do make that intentional grounding, guess what? We can't call timeout to stop the 10-second runoff. So guess what? We got to take the 10-second runoff and we got to take the delay game. And the intentional grounding, backing us up. So if we do run that play with Emeka Egbuka stopping at the 1-yard line, guess what happens? It's 0 time on the clock because you got 5 seconds left. So that's why I feel like that's the only really thing I feel like y'all should be complaining about. The offensive coordinator on the last possession and the defensive coordinator on the last possession, and Marcus Freeman for even letting the shit go down.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's just kind
What
of
are we doing?
kind of rough.
Freeman, that's what you're supposed to step in at.
Ken, let me ask you this. Honestly, I want to ask you, are you a little surprised Notre Dame hung it in with you guys the way they did? Like, does anything surprise you about how Notre Dame presented and was able to hang? Or did you kind of honestly expect that?
Hell no. Hell no. You just did it last year with a sorry-ass quarterback. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a good quarterback this year.
Yeah, and then we tried to,
bro.
and then we allegedly upgraded, and I
know.
got 0 points at half, Kent. I got 0 points at the damn half.
But no,
None.
But
0.
But listen at this. You playing the number 1 defense of college football, and I was playing the number 4 defense of college football. So at the end of halftime, so at the first half, it was 3-0. You don't think I wanted the touchdown at the 1-yard line when we threw the ball? We didn't get it. Shit happens. I mean, you got to take it for what it is. You playing 2 good defenses that's trying to. Y'all didn't get it. Who thought Sam Hartman stepped out of bounds and didn't get the first down? I didn't think that, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, bro. Listen, y'all upset. You're supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be telling me to get off the phone and all that other good shit. But I'm gonna tell you just like this, bro. Don't take no more victories. But y'all are a championship playoff caliber team, especially this year, especially with how everybody else looking, went out. And who say that you won't come back and play me again?
Yeah, well,
Because
and the other thing, Ken, is that helps you guys. That helps you guys out, too, the better we are, you know?
And, wait. That's the one thing I want to tell everybody else, too. Bro, can y'all, listen, I understand that, listen to me. I understand that, yes, we beat y'all, and I'm not like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk, I'm going to be funny sometimes, and I'm going to troll a little bit. But I'm going to be honest, y'all was a better team.
Yeah, that makes me more mad.
The game.
It makes me more mad, not less mad. That makes me more mad.
Listen, bro. How you think I felt when we played Georgia in the playoffs? We was the better team, but my kicker missed the field goal. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to go back to is what I want to get back to is we won the game. Yes, we won the game. Okay, can y'all please don't revert to the Michigan thing. You feel me? Yes, we lost 2 years in a row, but I thought y'all were rivals. There's no way you will ever hear me say Michigan. I need for y'all to beat these people here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that y'all could come to me with. How about you beat Michigan? They stumped you out for 2 years. Come on, bro. Yeah, that's what you're going to say. Leave that alone, because that ain't even your team. Let that go. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm going to let y'all have it. And I'm going to still be here next week. I hope y'all beat Duke. I hope y'all beat all the rest of them. Because guess what? You got a good team, bro. And y'all did do what I said you was going to do last night. You took Estime out. You didn't force it. And you put other guys in. I like that. I like how you did that. But, man, y'all got a good team. Y'all got a great team, bro.
Well, hey, man.
You legit. You legit. So
enjoy your win. And the only thing I'll say to you is, I hope you guys beat Michigan. So whatever.
Wait. How did that boy look to you? How did Kyle McCall look?
I mean,
how did he look to you?
He looked young. Like, he made some throws, but Notre Dame should have got him when they had the chance. That's all. And they didn't. And he's just going to get better. But Notre Dame had a chance. You know, he wasn't, what you had last year out there, but he made the throws when he had to make them. You got to give him that credit.
No.
Got to give him that.
All right, I'm going to let y'all go. But I want to tell y'all this. You should have kept running the ball.
Yep.
Run
the ball.
Yep.
You was doing exactly what I hate to say it, but I'm gonna keep it real because I'm a realist. You was looking like Michigan, and that's exactly what they was doing. At the end of the third quarter,
Got
beginning
away
of the
from
fourth
it.
quarter, you was hitting us. You was hitting. I was like, oh my God, they doing it. They finna do it.
Yep.
And Estimate broke that one at the end, like the good punt that we had in the fourth quarter, whatever it was. I get it, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna be here, y'all. Y'all can hate on me, but I'm gonna still like y'all. I hope y'all can do good this year, bro.
All right. Well, enjoy the win, man.
Yep.
Have a good one. Good night.
You damn, I'm enjoy it. You damn right, I'm enjoy it. 1 second left on the clock.
Yeah. Have a good one, Kent. Take care, buddy. Oh boy. Man, I am this is rough. This is rough treading. Rough treading. Pat, are you falling asleep? Yeah, you're on mute. Oh boy.
I'm just watching USC Arizona State.
Oh. Dude, it's funny how you're just on here chilling on the chat. You're just laying there on the couch like a bum. Jesus. I can't believe he watched that his whole drive home. Oh man. Is there anybody on here that donated and I missed you? Because we're on 2.5 hours and I have an article to write and I have a post-game show to record. It's going to be a long night. If there is anybody if there's anybody that donated, I want to get to them. I could do a couple more, but I got a long night ahead of me still on work. And I don't want to be rude. There's a lot of callers, but I want to make sure if anybody donated and they're still here and I didn't get to them, that I would be able to do that. 574, what's going on?
Hey, John, is that you?
Yep.
Hey, what's up, man? Man, that was painful.
Yep. Miserable.
I mean, I don't know where to begin, but how do I say this? That second fourth down play, in my opinion, if you're going to do it, Essling's in the backfield. Why in the world would you QB sneak it? Or if you're going to QB sneak it, if you're going to do it, you could try bush pushing it or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It needed to be something else. That's for sure. I don't know, man. There's just a lot you can question. There just is. There is just a lot. There's just a lot of.
That is Walter, by the way.
Hey, there's just a lot you could have done different and a lot of decisions and a lot of plays. And we just needed one more thing and it never happened.
Yeah. I was at game day. I held a sign that says, if ND wins, it's not an upset. Go Irish. I don't know if you saw it, but I was like right behind the green uniform that they were showing. But yeah. Oh, by the way, I noticed you met my friend Kevin Kalesia.
Yeah.
Who I was groomsman for his wedding, and it was during the Notre Dame Navy game. But that's a whole different story. But yeah, I've known him for over 10 years. He's a great friend of mine.
Oh,
but
that's
man, this gave me flashbacks to my 12-year-old heart that got yanked out.
Yep. It's bush push,
When
bush push,
we
modern era bush push. That's what you got.
Bro. And another thing is, yeah, speaking of the bush push, I mean, am I the only one around here who thinks maybe they should have just let that dude score on the fourth down play? And USC didn't have a defense that year. But that's a whole different story. But I don't know what to say. It feels like we can't beat Ohio State no matter what.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just 1936. It's rough.
And we need this kicker. I'm sorry, I don't care if you made the longest kick in history. I'm not trying to dog the dude, but
you have one job, just make the kick. Yeah, you have one job, just make the damn kick. What else pissed you off? Anything else on the list?
Oh, giving up that 4th down and 7 flashbacks of guess what? except you let this dude get wide open.
Yeah, it was a long night, man. It's been a very, very long night. And it's just rough, but I don't know. Anything else, my friend? I'm trying to get a couple more in here. Any parting shots? What do you got?
Yeah, the 3rd-and-19 defensive play was terrible. And one more thing I gotta say. Listen, I'm not kind of being mean to the players, but this great effort performances without wins has got to stop. I mean, no, not many are going to care about your effort if you don't win the game.
Yeah, the problem is I just keep hearing about it. Effort. At least they tried. At least they didn't get blown out. At least they hung in with them. I am really, really sick of hearing that. I've been hearing it for 20 years, and I'm over that shit. Okay, it's time that you start winning. It's time that you need to start winning. Last year was the year where you could be like, oh, game 1 for everybody on the road. You understood that. I ain't here for no participation trophies now. You did not bring this quarterback in here to Notre Dame for that kind of bullshit. And I am over it. Thank you for the call, my friend. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm having a rough night, you guys. 419, you're on the line.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
same old shit, different head coach.
It's just rough, man. I'm struggling.
I gotta close my car door. I'm out in the garage in my car. First time caller, long time listener. Mark with glasses.
Yeah, I figured that was you, man. Hey,
Yeah.
Thanks for it was nice meeting you last week, by the way. But this is rough, man. It is a gut punch. It feels like modern era Bush push, and I am miserable.
I wanted to bring up something for you and Pat, maybe to steer towards next week, but I'm really questioning Marcus Freeman. A couple of reasons. That last possession, a couple calls ago, the caller was talking about that, we're up 4, minute 26, and you basically shit the bed.
Mark, just so you know, the chat wants to make sure you weren't like in the garage with your car running and all the windows up. So we just want to do a little check on you to make sure that wasn't what you're doing with your car and, sitting there doing that. We want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
We want to make sure you're safe, buddy, on a rough night. Yeah. Make sure you're
I'm
safe.
Just out here because everybody already hit the hay.
Yeah, everybody normal is
I'm out
already
here,
sleeping, moving on with their lives. And then there's us.
Exactly. But, going back to that last possession, that caller was basically right. If we would have just kneeled it 3 times and punted, we would have been better off. And I feel like he really showed zero faith in 24-year-old quarterback. And on the other side, we're playing a rookie. And I don't understand that. And then the last 2 plays, he'd rather play with 10 guys and give up a couple inches to play with 11. I'm just kind of baffled by his game management. I don't want to say more times than not, but those couple instances, and maybe there's others, but those just kind of seem alarming.
Yeah, it was just rough. And I really thought it was going to be different this time. I thought it all lined up, and I thought Notre Dame had the quarterback, and that'd be the ultimate difference in this one, and they'd be able to pull it off. And it's just a rough night, man.
I just feel like I'd rather have, play to win than give him back that ball. And
yeah, I agree. That's the way I would. Yeah, because
your own.
Yeah, I agree. And and especially here's the other part. That if you give it back to them, they're going to have to move quick and they're going to have to throw the ball. And that all it takes is one play and they're down the field on you because of all that talent. So like I would have, I don't know. And
I would have rather them handle that possession like it's a tie game, like Hartman does at the end of half where, they moved the ball. I'm thinking you knew field position wise, you took a sack and then incomplete pass, and then you run up the middle and punt it. And, kind of a lot of us watch games all over the country, and I just feel like that's just the best way to lose. And I'm just very disappointed in him not getting aggressive and playing to win there.
Yeah, it's just there's so many little things that all added up, and then they turned into big things. It's just, this has been a really rough ride. I mean, man, the build up and then the breakdown this is a big one. So they better figure it out. But Mark, hang in there. And I appreciate getting to know you and some of the work you've done that have helped me out. And good guy, good family, and I appreciate you calling, buddy.
All right, thanks, Pat.
Have a good one, man, and we'll see you hopefully at another tailgate. Have a good one. All right, some of you guys are yelling at me with your numbers.
Yeah.
My word. What, Pat? What?
You get it already? Okay.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're good. I can't do it. I can't do it for some reason on my phone.
Okay. 301. What's going on? You're up.
Hello, is this you, John? Hey, I've been waiting here all night to talk to you. I just wanted to call you to console you. I'm calling from. I don't get to talk to you much during your shows through the week. I'm a mailman, so I can't call while I'm delivering the mail. But I'll tell you, John, if there's ever anyone that thinks like me, it's you. Whatever I'm thinking in my head, you say on your show. And I'm just calling tonight to console you. This was a very tough loss. Very tough loss. I'm sick. That's why I waited all night to talk to you. There are plays in my head. I know I'm one of your last callers, and everybody's talked about everything. But I wanted to pump you up to keep you doing what you're doing. I love your show. I'm a first-time caller, and I wanted you to, I don't know what to say to make you feel good about tonight because I'm sick. That 3rd and 19 is the play that sticks out in my head. Like my boy, I sat there and watched. I'm like you. When Notre Dame dropped that interception, I had a flashback of Holtz when the game after the
BC.
after we
BC.
beat Florida State.
Yep, I knew you were going to go there. Yeah, BC. Yeah, yeah.
When he dropped that, I'm actually talking to you. Am I, John?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe I got through. But yeah, back in the BC game, we had that game after we beat Florida State, and then the next week there was an interception there that we had right in the hands, and he dropped it. And I had a flashback of the Boston College game. That's how far back I go. And I thought, oh my God, I said to my boy, we're done. I said, something's going to happen here. That was our chance, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the game was sickening. If on a positive note, John, I have a person on my route who's an Ohio State fan, and he made a point to me before I delivered the mail the other day to come up to me and say, "Hey, we got a big game tomorrow." He knows I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I said, "Are you?" He said, "We got a big game tomorrow night. What do you think about it?" And I says, "Are you worried at all?" He says, "Not at all." And I thought, I wanted to see how much we closed the gap tonight, between the premier big boys of the conference or the big boys of the league, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think we've closed the gap, John. We got a couple bad. I don't like the last possession. In my head, I was running to my boy. I said, "Run the ball, tick, 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 tick. Just let that clock tick away."
Yeah.
And we gave him the ball back with too much time. But anyhow, I don't want to tie up your line. I wanted to talk to you and tell you I really enjoy your show. I wanted to get out there last week. I'm from Maryland. I almost rode a train out to the game. My wife said, "What are you going to have?" I said, "I want to go to John's tailgate party because I love listening to you because I don't get to talk to you. And I stayed up here tonight just to talk to you. I feel bad for you. I worry about your blood pressure. I worry about your you're an envy of everything I'd want to be. Whatever you say about Notre Dame football, I agree with you. And I feel your passion. I feel your pain. I just wanted to console you here tonight.
Hey, you know what, man? That's actually really nice of you. I could tell it's genuine. I could hear the exhaustion and pain in your voice. And that's actually pretty thoughtful of you to set it up that way. And I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Okay. Did you thought of that same play though when the BC play when I was talking?
Yep.
I'm sorry?
Yep. You got to catch
okay.
those. I mean, those are your chances and you got to catch it. That's it. It's that simple.
Yep. Okay. So you're doing okay then?
Yeah, I'll be okay. It's just going to be a
John,
rough.
It's not over yet.
Yeah.
I thought we had a better chance. I'm a little worried the other callers that were calling you, saying this one guy was calling. I was listening here. He says he's not worried about Southern Cal. I'm worried about Southern Cal.
Yeah.
I thought our chance was tonight. I thought we could beat. I finally had the I don't know what the swagger about me to start bragging about Notre Dame again. I thought tonight was going to be our hurdle that we'd get overcome, but they got to bounce back against Duke, and if you bounce back against Duke, you right the ship a little bit, and then you go into Southern Cal, and you know. But I'm a little worried, but it's not done yet because we didn't get blown out. You know what I mean? We hung with the big boys. We closed the gap. Now we got to just, we got to right the ship and finish the season,
Yeah. Nope. Hey, man, that's looking at the bright side. And you are correct. If Notre Dame wins the next few games, then we'll be singing a different tune. But it is rough tonight, man. But thank you.
It is rough, and I feel your pain. That's why I wanted to call you. And you're my inspiration, John. I know I'm older than you. I know you told me your age, but the next time you have a tailgate out at South Bend, I will be there. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make sure I'm there. So let me know the next time you're planning on heading to South Bend, and I want to meet you and shake your hand and thank you for what you do.
Hey, that means a lot to me, man. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for looking out for my blood pressure. Have a good evening. Thank you. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll call you again.
Beautiful. Yeah, please do. Thank you. Very nice. Appreciate it. Oh, man. What a day. What a long, rough day.
Very well. It was rough at the end.
412, what's going on?
Hey, first time listener, long time caller. I got a question for you. We lost. All of us thought we were going to win. It's got a different feeling this year. We got Sam Hartman now. Let's get over this loss. Let me ask you a better question. Do you think if we do win out, if you can honestly think with your head, not your heart, do you think we could beat anybody in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, I don't know who's in the playoffs, so there's no way for me to know that, but I don't know. The odds would be against it if you're Notre Dame, probably, right?
I would say so, yes.
But at the same time, you don't know what it's going to all look like by then.
Right, you don't. I'm just trying to get your opinion with, if Freeman can get these guys over the few little tweaks that they had, do you honestly have it in your head that they can be an elite football team by the end of the season?
Yeah, listen, they could have beat Ohio State if they made one more play, and they're considered a playoff team every year. So maybe that answers your question in a way. I don't know.
Maybe it does.
All
right, man, thank you for your time.
Hey, thanks a lot,
Don't hold you up too long, man.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks a lot. I'm glad I got to you. Sorry I made you wait.
It's cool, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good one. Oh, man. All right, guys. That's going to be it. We've gone 2:45. We're going almost 3 hours. Pat, I got calls out the ass still. I just 2:45, and I have things I got to do. I have other shows I got to record. Yeah, Mark, you always got the Bears. Can I deal with one depression at a time, Mark? Can I deal with one set of depression at a time? And I don't want to be a jerk. I can't move through this many calls, Pat. We have like 200 people waiting. There's just no way I could get through it all and do all this and be fair to everybody and give everybody the same amount of time. It ain't going to happen. Trying to do the best I can. Pat, that was a good way to kill your drive home, man. All the way, you had something going on at least.
Yeah. It was fun to listen to, John.
And then here's the other thing I want to say. I mean 200 callers overall. Like I could see that I ran through and then that are waiting. Like I could see how many numbers. But I wanted to say, if anybody thought I was rude to them or like a jerk or whatever, I'm sorry. It's just the wrong night to be. I'm on edge. Corey Flynn, $5 hour. How was this much different than last year's game plan? Buckner literally threw more passes than Sam this year. 14 points with Hartman. I'm telling you, it's not okay what they did offensively. It's just not. And I know Ohio State's defense is good. Pat, what do you think about that? It's not okay. We were mad about what it looked like with Buckner. You get this 6th-year guy and you put up 0 at half. Give me a break.
Yeah, it wasn't the offensive performance I was hoping for sure. I was definitely disappointed. I don't know. I watching it live versus on TV, it's a little bit different. So I got to go back and rewatch the game tomorrow. So we'll see.
Yeah. But rough day, man. Rough day.
You know what, John? I will say this: that stadium was loud. It was popping. The crowd stayed on their feet the entire game.
Yeah, great.
And to the very last second, it was so demoralizing. Just so demoralizing.
Yep. Really rough. But listen, man, I appreciate you trying to fill us in all day what's going on and be a part of the show, even though you had a lot of travel and stuff going on. And I also realized because I had so many callers, I wasn't able to give you as much time as I want. If you want to do a show in the middle of the week, just me and you to break some of this down without the calls, so me and you could just like hammer out stuff, we could do that too. But I appreciate that you tried to be involved, even though you had all the travel from the game, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely, bud.
And everybody that donated, Pat, here's the thing, man. As miserable as I am, it's the highest numbers the show's ever had. We were over like 600 people watching the show at like concurrent.
Well, we said it. We said if they lose, it'll be way higher.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but as far as that goes, I appreciate people jumping in. There were a lot of Ohio State fans running their mouths. I understand that's how this goes. I knew it was going to be ugly in this chat. Like that's just the way it goes. And you got game day. Listen, man, that life doesn't get any easier for Notre Dame. If you're going to lay there and cry about it, you're in trouble. Right. Because there's a lot coming our way in the next few weeks. So this gets real, and Notre Dame better figure it out.
Like fandom guys, you can be mad about this. Players, coaches, they got to be worried about Duke right now.
Yeah,
Ohio State is over. You got to worry about.
And you're going to learn, Pat. You're going to learn a lot about Notre Dame's mental maturity here because this is a big one to overcome. And physically, they're going to be beat up and exhausted. This is a big one, and they're going to have game day and all that. And it's weird to have game day in a game where one side's miserable entering it. Think about that, Pat. It's a little unique. Usually, game day has both sides excited and ramped up. You're going to have a game day environment where, I mean, what the hell? There's no momentum on the Notre Dame side. So that is a rough dynamic. But I need a couple days to process this. Then we'll get into that. Pat, glad you made it. Glad you're safe. Glad you got to go to the game. But you're never going again. Every game you go to, we lose. So screw you, buddy. All right, Pat. Go get some sleep, man. I love you. Thanks for being a part of this.
Later. Bye.
See ya. Later.